Well, hello. Actually, that should be, like, there, I probably assume. Maybe about there. Hello. Maybe about there. Probably is good. I think that's alright. Alright. Well, we're back at the Ace Attorney Chronicles again. It's been a while since I've actually played this. And honestly, I've been neglecting it. Because I know I have to finish it. And I've just been putting it off this entire time. So that's what we're going to play. And we're going to get into Chapter 5. Episode 5, not Chapter 5, but still. Episode 5. The Adventure of the Unspeakable Story. So then yes, we shall. So let's get into it, shall we? The Hound of the Baskervilles. Actual Sherlock Holmes story. A hound it was, but not such a hound as any mortal has ever seen. Its eyes glow... Oh, no, okay, I can't...
It's coming! Sholmes's cry pierced through the thick wall of fog around us. Wisps of vapor flowed over the pistol as I cocked it, and I waited, breathlessly, in the stillness. The silence lasted for what seemed an eternity, until, at last, it appeared. From the shadows of the cloud, an enormous beast sprang out upon us. A hound it was, but not such a hound as any mortal has ever seen. Its eyes glowed with a smoldering glare. The whole of its ox-sized body was outlined in white-hot flames.
I'm assuming that's the quote I was reading.
Its rumbling pant and hideous howl, so terrified was I that I began to tremble with fear. Look well, Wilson, Sholmes declared, gazing upon the mystical beast. For this is the diabolical hound of the Baskervilles.
Our first 2 months in London passed it by in a flash. No. There we go. In that disconcerting courtroom experience we were first thrown into on the day we arrived in the country, and in Soseki-san's terrible ordeal that had followed closely behind, we had emerged victorious. However, there then came an abrupt end to our opportunities to appear in court. Which was hardly surprising, of course, since I was nothing more than an amateur, an unknown student of law from a faraway land. So, life in our little office was very quiet. That is, until it was shattered one day by that fateful telegram. "15th of April, 9:13 a.m. Naruhodo's Legal Consultancy." Hello? That morning, I was woken by the unreserved knocking on the door by the telegram boy. But after he'd gone, Susato-san's behavior became very obviously strange. Susato-san? Yes. It's time to leave for court already? Let me see, what case is it today? I don't think I'm scheduled to defend anyone at the moment, am I? Oh, no, of course not. How silly of me. But I think Iris said she would make us breakfast this morning. So, shall we go down to Mr. Sholmes' suite? Yes. Iris makes the most delicious breakfast food. Yes! She does, doesn't she? And once our bellies are full, we can leave for court in fighting fit form. Let me see. What case is it today? Here we go again. The telegram. So, what was it about? The telegram that was delivered this morning, I mean... Oh, a telegram? I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, but you're not going to get away with that. Well, I didn't think I would. Actually, don't give it a moment's thought. It's nothing. Nothing interesting. Boring, in fact. It was just a boring old telegram. That's 3 times now that she's tried and failed to convince me it was nothing. I promise that I'll tell you about it at some point. Alright, I understand. I suppose Saseki-san will have arrived back in Japan by now, won't he? Yes, I should think so. He left immediately after that terrible ordeal. Which would mean he should have completed the voyage already, or just be a few days away. A fortnight ago, we had that very long telegram from him, do you remember? Complaining of seasickness. But by and large, it seems the voyage has been going well. Something wrong, Naruhodo-san? I was just wondering, what might become of Saseki-san had he stayed in London, that's all. You mean, as regards Lord Van Zeeks, the Reaper? Yes. I can't help wondering if seasickness would have paled into insignificance in that case. The Reaper. The Reaper. What is it they say? No one who stands in the dock can be saved from the Reaper, right? Like the way that nightmarish trial ended on the very day we arrived in London. Even 2 months on, the cause of that dreadful fire is still a mystery. Yes, but at least Saseki-san is safely out of the country now. Presumably that means that the curse of the Reaper can only take effect within the confines of the city of London, perhaps? Even if that's the case, it's little comfort. I have a terrible sense of foreboding. If the legend of the Reaper is to be believed, it would mean he wields the sword of justice himself. Come to think of it, I wonder what he's been up to these past 2 months. Surely not wielding that sword against more acquitted defendants. No, I don't think so. Apparently, Lord Van Zeeks hasn't appeared in court once since our last encounter. Oh? Yes, since the Saseki-san's trial, he's withdrawn from judicial service again, it seems. Really? Just like before, when he wasn't seen in court for all several years. So it's just been me who's had to face him in this recent spite of trials then. Ugh, just my luck. I wonder if luck doesn't come into it. Sorry, what was that? Oh, nothing. Never mind. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Do it. Wait, no. Examine everything. Ooh. Yes, I would. Oh, fine. Fine. With the green tea Sasada-san makes me from time to time, and Iris's unique herbal infusions, this place is paradise for a true tea lover. Green tea is such a wonderful accompaniment to British tea cakes, don't you think? Yeah, probably. Oh, I do have to look around. I've only been here in London for about 2 months, but my desk is starting to look a little messy already. You could tidy up once in a while. Sasada-san, I always say, making a mess is a small sacrifice to pay for being able to further your studies. And time spent tidying up is time you can't devote to the same cause. I had to move the thing out of my ear so that I was able to actually hear myself. Hey Brandon, what's up, buddy? And time spent on ridiculous arguments is time that could be better spent on some simple housework. Okay, yeah, whatever, Sasato. She wins, but I'm supposed to be the lawyer here. Ah, this must be the telegram. Let's see. Ah, no, you mustn't look at that. Not under any circumstances. Alright, I won't. I'm sorry, Naruhodo-san, but you can be very mischievous at times. Then put the telegram away if you don't want people looking at it. I mean, yeah. You know, I'm right here. We were rather lucky to find that old aquarium left behind here. The prawns we put in there are doing rather well, and the anemones too. It's a wonderful invention, isn't it? The sea behind glass inside your room. Also, I just noticed my camera is a bit off center, isn't it? Is that better? Did that work? Turn the screen on, will you? Screen on. Yeah, that's better. It's a little bit off to the right. It's a wonderful invention, isn't it? The sea behind glass inside your room. Another example of Great Britain's greatness. Having cleaned it out and changed the water isn't so great, though, is it? So this is the tea set that Sasato-san brought with her from Japan. Let's hope she hasn't noticed me slipping sugar and milk in my cup when she makes it. It's just so bitter. Tea is a drink to be enjoyed, Naruhodo-san. You really don't have to force yourself to drink it, you know. I don't like to see you screw up your face, so... I think that's everything in here, so we're just gonna go ahead and leave. You finished the Killer Bear game? Yes, I did. Number one, I did. There are 3 more games after that I will complete eventually, but I'm not going to go ahead and complete those one after the other. Let's go to Sholmes' Suite. April 15th, Sholmes' Suite. Hi, Iris. Morning, Runo. Morning, Susie. Good morning, Iris. Iris? What is it, Runo? What is that terrible noise? It sounds like a cat being strangled. Ah, yes, you noticed that, did you? Hurley isn't in his best form this morning, it seems. Hello. Oh god, the aggressive shockwave producing blinking. What? 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 Hi, Penny. Hello, Mr. Sholmes. Good morning. A good morning to die, perhaps. Okay, what's wrong with you? Has something happened, Mr. Sholmes? You look miserable, and the way you were playing the violin before... Huh. My analytical mind is dead. Music is dead. The world is dead. Really blinking, the screen shakes and flashes? Oh. Damn this blanched existence. That's all it is, my dear fellow. Nothing of consequence. I'm afraid I don't understand. Well, Iris, isn't it time we ate? Some dry toast and insipid coffee for me? Insipid? Insipid? If it's not too much trouble. Kitty. Kitty. Asuna, what are you doing here? Oh look, it's Wagahai. Good morning, boy. Penny, did you bring Asuna with you? Why is Asuna in my game? Why is she here? That must be some sort of tiny door for cats to use. That's a boy cat. I know it's a boy cat, but I'm making a joke because it's actually a calico. But how did it get there? Hello everyone, time for breakfast. Oh, wonderful. Let me help you, Iris. It would indeed be a fine day to die. I'm not gonna get close enough to check. Ah, that's fair. I knew something looked different. Something's missing from Mr. Sholmes' desk. What was there before? I haven't played the game in so long. You seem to be very unhappy this morning, Mr. Sholmes. What's happened? It used to be the case that in my hands, this violin sung like the dawn chorus. Its mellifluent tones would make flowers bloom. It would? Hello, Celtic Viking. How are you? And welcome, welcome. Doing well, I would hope. I mean, I hope you're doing better than Sholmes here, who is just clearly depressed. I am doing well. It is a relaxing Tuesday night. And it's good not to be at work and to actually, you know, relax and chill out for a while. So Sholmes says, but now the muses are unamused with me. The goddesses of music have thrown me over. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? For hours I have bowed, for days even. Through the night I have endeavored to no avail. That sound, my tone, is lost. That brilliant, clear, unwavering tone. Gone forever. No more recitals of unbridled emotion. I think I'm doing better than he is. Yeah, I think we all are doing better than he is right now. Well, you haven't been practicing much lately, have you, Hurley? Don't worry, I'm sure it'll come back to you in time. Heed my words, Mr. Naruhodo. The goddesses of the arts are fickle. One day they bestow genius on a man, the next they mercifully withdraw it. Hydrate. Hi, Naira. There's the hydrate. Oh dear. Why is this happening to me? If they take the turn I have for the violin from me, what's left for pity? What is left for pity's sake? What is left? Well, clearly not your sanity, because I think that's gone. Another hydrate. Hi, cow. Damn, everybody's showing up tonight. Deduction perhaps, isn't that what you're known for? Not much, buddy. Not much. Just playing a game that I've been putting off playing for probably, like, I don't know, when did I play Chapter 4? I could probably find out. Hold on. Let's find out real quick. There we go. Let's find out real quick. When did I play Chapter 4? Was it this one? Was this the last one I played on? Yeah, December 31st. I last played Ace Attorney Chronicles on December 31st, the New Year episode of my stream. Caps Lock is awesome. Did you know Caps Lock is cool? Anyway. I'm yelling in Caps Lock. Mr. Schultz, I don't like to pry, but your desk looks rather empty today. Well done, Mr. Sato. Your observational skills do you credit. Oh no, Mr. Schultz, they pale into insignificance when compared to yours. You'd struggle not to notice, wouldn't you? You mean Hurley's great analytoscope? That's at Windybanks now. Sorry? Is it a Windy Bank? No, Windybanks, the pawnbrokery. Pawn? What? You mean you've pawned that enormous machine of yours? It has some considerable value, you see. Quite undeservingly. But isn't it a very important machine for your work? I do wish you'd consulted us if your situation had become so desperate. I should have gladly passed what little income I would have to you. Dear madam, things are far from desperate. But the pawnbroker has your wonderful machine. How can it be anything but desperate? Making use of a pawnbrokery is quite ordinary here in London, I assure you. It is? He's super sad. It is? It doesn't sound ordinary at all. It would seem that neither of you fully understand how pawnbrokering works. Or pawnbroking works. Oh, what's to understand exactly? How pawnbroking works. What did you mean when you said we didn't fully understand how pawnbroking works? To the people of London, pawnbrokeries are akin to banks. Banks? On Mondays, merchants relinquish their finest jackets and trappings to their pawnbroker of choice. With the money they receive in return, they are able to trade happily through the week. And then on Saturdays, they go to recover their things using the money they've earned. I had no idea. This has been a fascinating lesson for us. Everyone does it, you see, especially people in inner London. And should they have money to spare, they would purchase another fine jacket. Not to wear, obviously, but to pawn, should the need arise. Oh, how ingenious. So whenever we have something that's getting in the way, we leave it at Windybanks, you see. A pawnbrokery can be thought of as an extremely secure vault. Who would have thought that even pawnbrokers are different here in Great Britain? Of course, you have to watch Hurley with it. Sometimes he pawns things he really shouldn't. Don't you, Hurley? What does it matter? The world is dead to me now. Everything's black like my dark black soul, and I should just die in my black hole of a black life with my... Yeah, you know. Anyway. No, I've already done that. You know, I really shouldn't just keep moving and rushing things around. Why can I examine you? Wagahai! Mr. Natsume's cat seems to have settled into his new home then. Oh yes, and I've become very attached to little Waggy. I could be a week before anyone noticed. Naira, keep an eye on Penny. It would appear his previous owner is completely forgotten to him. Cats are unfeeling creatures. Bullshit they are! No. 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 Wait. Wait. Okay. You want to say that this is an unfeeling creature? Look at this. Look at her. If that doesn't spout love, I don't know what does. Look at that. Look how adorable Nala is. Which, for those of you that don't know, this is my cat Nala. And she is a sleepy, sleepy girl right now. Because I just woke her up to bring her in here. So you can't say that cats are unfeeling creatures. This one feels a lot. Is she? Ain't you? Aren't you? Yes, you are. Hello. 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 You're a pretty girl. You lick my hand? Okay. Back up on the shoulder? Okay. Yeah, that's Nala. I know. Okay. Their muses empty as the hearts of the muses. No. No, you're not unfeeling, are you? No. If Mr. Natsume had no intention of taking Waggy back to Japan, I wonder why he kept him in the first place. I expect he would have taken him if he could. Pets are strictly forbidden aboard steamships in our experience. And for good reason. Terrible things can happen if the rules of passage are not obeyed. Well, I don't mind, because Waggy is adorable. So is Nala. So are you. So are you. Yes, he really is. Oh yes, what about the door? I don't remember seeing that tiny thing in the main door before. Where did that come from? Oh, you noticed? You are observant, Runo. Look, I use this. It's my latest invention. What is that? I call it the cat flap-o-mat. Gosh, a machine for making doors just for cats? That's right, it can make a cat flap for a little furry friend like Waggy in seconds. And it can do it in any door at all, no matter what it's made of. It's very powerful, you see. Wouldn't it have been quicker just to make the cat flap rather than making a machine to make the cat flap? Get it. Nala. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hi. Well, yes, maybe, but now I can make cat flaps anywhere I like. Oh, I think it's wonderful. I need to move the camera down a little bit. Because Nala. Because this one. She really knows how to come up with unconventional inventions, this girl. Okay. Meow. Oh, what was that? Wagahai? You wouldn't do that sort of thing, would you, Nala? No. What was that? Oh no! Wagahai's tangled up in your violin. Oh no! I think he thinks it's a toy. No! What's he doing to it? Oh dear. Mr. Sholmes' precious violin. Why should I care? What? I shouldn't be... Other side? What, the other side? What side do you want to go on? Oh, back to this side? Okay, fine. You're the star of the show right now, Nala. You know that, right? It's the Nala sleeping stream. That's what this is. I'm just the entertainment for your stream, Niles. Is that right? I think that's right. I'm just the side entertainment while you watch her sleep on my shoulder. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Look at this. Look at her. What are you doing? Nala, I need my hand to play this game. You can't. Nala, you can't. I cannot be trapped by you. Do not loaf on my hand. No cat loaf, please. Please. Oh, please. Alright, come on. There you go. Okay. Wait, can I do a thing? I'm gonna try and do a thing real quick. Which I think I've done it before. Time to set up a cat cam, like, maybe? Maybe? I don't know, maybe. Something. She won't stay still long enough to actually do anything, though. This? Not like you don't have a light or anything I can shine on you. So that is where she'll stay. Can I... Where's the border? So then I could just go boop, boop, Like that? Probably like that? Yeah, that works. Oh, she's moving. Where you going, Nulls? Oh, what are you going over there for now? Go over here. Over here. Hey. There's a good girl. Stay over here. So people can see you. Hello. You know how to go. Okay. Alright, that's... Lay down, Nulls. She doesn't have a usual spot or anything like that, so setting up a cat cam wouldn't really do anything, I don't think. Anyway, I shouldn't be surprised. If the cat is a more accomplished musician than I am, or that I know. Ugh. Mr. Sholmes really is in poor spirits, isn't he? Well, anyway, I'll put it back where it lives, shall I, Hurley? Out of the cat's reach, if possible. Maybe we should assess the damage. Oh, now she's back. Examine. And there's the violin. A string is broken. So this is the violin, is it? No, don't move the camera. What are you doing? What are you doing? Nala. Nala. Scratch your back until you fall down. Scratch your back until you fall down. No? Okay. There she goes. You get to see it though. What? Here's the girl. Here. Alright. It's a Stradivarius, one of the finest violins in the world, made by the renowned Italian luthier Antonio Stradivari. And she's back gone again. No, Nala? Nala? No. Do I need to like move this? Like put something on top of it or something? I don't know. No. No, Nala. Also, what's in the way? Is there nothing in the way? Nothing. Just a shadow. Nala. Nala. This has just become the cat show, basically. Alright, anyway. She never lays over there, so I don't know why I would point it in that direction. Anyway. It's just been the cat show the entire time. Oh. Okay. Oh, I see. It doesn't really look like anything special to me. I happened upon it covered in dust, languishing in a pawn shop down a nondescript back alley. The broker had no idea of its value, so I was able to purchase it for a mere 55 shillings. How honorable of you. And until today has been my faithful companion in every great Paganini-inspired performance I've made. I ask you, is there a reason to live in a world devoid of music, to tolerate this blanched existence? No. There is none. Mr. Sholmes? What, dear madam? What? My thoughts are preoccupied with fancies of release from this dull routine. Well, it's about the violin. It looks very different to normal, don't you think? Hmm? What do you mean, Miss Sasato? Oh, Susie's right. Yes, the tone of the wood is completely different. And that's not all. I'm sure there was no crack here before. Wait, it's not even the right size, is it? What's this? I'm terribly sorry to have to tell you this, Mr. Sholmes, but that instrument isn't a violin at all. Then what? Is it a fiddle? I believe it's an entirely different instrument called a viola. I almost said viola, but I'm like, I mean, I know cellos are huge, they're much bigger. I thought violas were bigger than violins, but I was wrong. I almost said viola, too. What? Oh, Mr. Sholmes, are you alright? You're right. You're quite right. This isn't my faithful Stradivarius. So what, pray, is this piece of stringed flotsam? Not your faithful performing partner, then? Ah, I see what must have happened. You do, Iris? This is just a simple mix-up. It sounds like Iris might be able to tell us exactly what's happened if we ask her. Is there a case? What did you mean by mix-up, Iris? Well, you see, this viola, I mean, was at Windibank's until last week. At the pawnbroker's? Not Mr. Sholmes' beloved musical partner? There is a proverb from the East with which you are no doubt familiar, my dear fellows. Proverb. Always let a beloved child travel. Yes, indeed. So you sent your beloved violin to the pawnbrokers in hope that it would experience personal growth. Oh, what a wonderful idea. Last week I pawned my great analytoscope in order to release my precious instrument. But it would appear Mr. Windibank mistakenly furnished me with this tawdry fiddle instead. But my ears cannot be deceived by the hollow timbre of this piece of timber. No, but your every sense was deceived by the fact that it just had strings. Pshaw, fine state of affairs this is. And why I always say, Mr. Narhardo, never trust a pawnbroker, they will try and fiddle you every time. All of that. Just maybe put that down a little bit so you can see the kitty. Without her noticing that you can see the kitty. You see nothing. But earlier you told us that you could think of a pawnbroker as an extremely secure vault. Oh, don't fiddle my diddles. Come, Mr. Naruhodo. Dilly-dallying will get you nowhere. Darn, she moved. You always moving, Nals. Nala? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Nala? Meow. What are you doing? What are you doing, Us? Meow? No? Okay. Come on. Come on up. Come here. Ew. Come on. Come on up. Otherwise, you're just gonna walk all over the room. And I don't want to have to keep moving the camera so people can see you. I don't think Nala's actually made an appearance on the stream yet, has she? Is this the first time she's been on stream? Hi, Bean. I heard we're doing some diddle fiddles. I'm here for the fun. Well, you're here for the fun, and you get a cat. You get a Nala. But no fiddle diddling the cat. She is a precious bean. You're a sensei bean. This is a precious bean. And I can try and maybe sneak in a toe bean or two. I don't know. Sorry, Nala. Okay. All right. No toe beans. No bean. No. I have had her on the stream before. Okay. I wasn't sure. I usually keep her out of the room. Nala. Hi. There's Nala. We are unworthy of the beans. She thinks so too. I can't show the toe beans. She doesn't want to show the toe beans. Can we see the toe beans, Nala? Can we see the toe beans? No headbutts. I love the headbutts, but no headbutts right now. Can we get toe beans? The toe beans. Okay. Caught Mr. Naruhodo dilly-dallying will get you nowhere. No dilly-dallying. Sorry? Crunching your toast with that vacant aspect, pressing your coffee so obtusely. Are you not a little embarrassed by your own conduct, considering the urgency of which we are faced? Oh, Sholmes is back. We must visit Mr. Windibank's brokery at once. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Sholmes? Precisely, Mrs. Sato. Without a moment's delay. But I haven't finished my bacon and eggs. My dear fellow, surely you do not still intend to crunch your bacon with an increasingly vacant aspect, to press your egg ever more obtusely. Alright, say no more. Let's go then. Don't worry, Bruno, I'll be happy to heat it up for you again later. Oh, thank you, Iris. As it happens, I'm rather curious to see what a British pawnbrokers look like. Okay, I don't talk to you anymore. Is there any more examining that needs to be done? Please? All mementos of Mr. Sholmes' past cases, I think. If he'd been involved in my case, I wonder if the beefsteak from Le Carnival will be on display here. A mystery shoe, a curious hammer, some mysterious dancing men, a bust of Napoleon. Oh, what an entrancing collection. Looks like an untidy assortment of junk to me, rather like what's on my own shelves. Well, you really ought to learn to keep your things in order, Mr. Naruhodo. No favoritism there at all. There's animations in this game now. Wow, it's came a lot since I watched it. It was just PNG slides basically last time I saw. I mean, it's the same game I've played. But yes, it's much better than the original Ace Attorney games. The fire's burning comfortingly in the grate again today. It's a very different feeling to Japanese hibachi somehow. Oh, look at that photographic print of a lady displayed on a mantelpiece. Could it be? Yes, it must be. It's the woman. Oh, how exciting. Is that supposed to mean something to me? I got an achievement called The Woman. I don't understand. There's all sorts on the shelves. Chemistry apparatus, books, papers, and lots of things I've never seen before. It's all heaped up so high I can't help feeling that the whole lot is going to topple at any moment. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm not even on the full screen. Whoops. You've just been watching the cat, not the game. Oh, it's such a charmingly untidy collection of paraphernalia, isn't it? This just looks messy to me, like my desk. But you, Mr. Naruhodo, must learn to tidy up after yourself. No favoritism there, then. What about the trunk? Looks like that huge metal chest is being used as a table for tea and coffee. Seems very sturdy with an equally sturdy lock. Mr. Naruhodo, you mustn't go around opening things. I always have to keep an eye on you, don't I? You're very mischievous. How did you come to that conclusion? Nothing here. Ah, no. No. I wanted to click the arrow. Why wouldn't it let me click the arrow? That arrow. Thank you. What is all... I don't think I've seen this part of the room. I was gonna say something, but then I thought I could, but it's just dialogue and there is a cat. Yeah, you're right. Iris's beautiful tea set is there on the table as usual. A cup of one of her special herbal blends always helps me to relax when I'm feeling the strain. The English pastime of tea has many similarities with our own tea ceremony customs, don't you think? It's the idea of hospitality behind it. That's the essence of tea. I feel like I should make some tea for this game. That's a charming little white shelf and full of charming little bottles too. But the contents of them aren't quite so charming, it seems. Science is the future, Mr. Naruhodo. You can't deny it. You're right. I'm saving my money that I can buy some chemistry apparatus as well. Law, chemistry, takedown throws. What diverse skills do you boast, Miss Sasato? As useful as they are, I'm not sure that my throwing skills are worthy of inclusion in that list. I mean, they kinda are. Come to think of it, I haven't seen Iris doing much writing recently. But there's paper already set up in the typewriter. Look, as if she's about to start. That reminds me, when I mentioned that Iris was in the process of writing a full-fledged novel, Mr. Natsume was most impressed. Oh yes, Mr. Natsume. That's what I'll be doing too once I'm back in Japan, he said, through tightly clenched fists and teeth. What, do you not like me talking? You want me to be quiet? What, you want me to be quiet? Huh? With that shoulder? Is this the shoulder you want? Or you want to go back in the other one? We'll go back in the other one. Okay, fine. This cat likes to look at my other shoulder and then be like, nah, I'm good. And then go back to the other shoulder that she was previously on anyway. This is where Iris notes down ideas, isn't it? Let's see. What does this say today? Ah, the Boscombe Valley Mystery. Ooh, how intriguing. Must be the title of Iris's latest work. You always gotta weigh your options. She certainly does. She certainly does, don't you, Nala? Uh-huh. Yes, you do. Oh my. I wonder what fantastic tale awaits us. Sasato's-san looks like an angel, but I bet she's dreaming of the most unsavory crime you could imagine. I think that's all as far as what we can look at around here. A new location's been added. Well, we've got plenty of different new locations. What about Baker Street? What's in Baker Street? Is that the pawnbroker? Look at all the different things in the window of this shop. Ah, that's Windibanks. The pawnbrokery. Looks much smarter than a pawnbroker's in Japan, doesn't it? Yes, you're right. I find pawn shops at home rather inapproachable, personally. It reminds me of a tearfully parting with my favorite fountain pen. I felt so miserable. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger, Mr. Naruhodo. Well, he's not very far from the pawn shop. It's already been 2 months since we started taking lodgings here above Mr. Sholmes' office. I still can't quite believe it. I never expected things would turn out like this. Oh, I know. To actually be sharing accommodation with the world's greatest detective? If I ever find myself before a court of law now, I'll have not one regret. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'd be happy to defend you, of course. Okay, nothing else I can look at. Back. Move. Pawnbrokery. "15th of April, Windibank's Pawnbrokery." Well, I don't see the violin. So this is a British pawnbrokery. Oh my, there are all sorts of tools and contraptions in here that I've never laid eyes on before. What are you doing? Are you gonna do it again? You're gonna go on that? Oh, no, you're actually gonna go on that side now. Okay. Ah, Sasato-san, and that spark of wonder in your eyes. You can't wait to scour the shelves, can you? I get the impression you really enjoy places like this. Oh yes, I don't know why, but seeing such a lot of things I don't understand is a real thrill for me. My dear fellows, let us not forget why we were here. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. We are calling on matters of business, not pleasure. And clearly Mr. Sholmes means business too, judging by the spark and a fury in his eyes. Ah, Mr. Sholmes, sir, welcome back. Did you hear that brazen welcome? Well, yes, but we are potential customers after all. We are disgruntled customers, Mr. Naruto. And it's time to inform Mr. Windibank of our ire. Come. The fight is afoot. Can I look around first, though? What are you doing, my dear fellows? We're not here to browse for interesting curios. We have come to teach this broker a lesson. Oh, but there are just so many fascinating items. Looks as though we'll have to talk to Mr. Windibank first before you can explore in here, Mr. Sato. Miss Sato. Violin. Naturally, you will recall this, which I retrieved from you some days ago. Yes. The second-rate fiddle is not my faithful instrument, Mr. Windibank. The color of the wood is different. It has holes in it. It has holes in it. It's not even the same size. A wonderful summary of our observations, Mr. Sholmes. I'm so very sorry, sir. How utterly unforgivable of me. An inexcusable mistake for a pawnbroker. There's only one way to make amends. Huh? What? No. No, no, no. I shall have to take my own life. No. No, 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 no. 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 How about we don't? I don't think that will be necessary, do you? No. Put it down. If I may just say one thing before I pop off. No. Yes? No. No. It was you, sir, Mr. Sholmes, who took it upon himself to remove the item the other day, I believe. Sorry? As I recall, I entered the storeroom to fetch your violin when I heard, "Ah, here it is." You did? And when I turned to controvert you, you had taken the viola and left, sir. Okay, okay, we can have a conversation, just remove the freaking gun. However, there can be no doubt that the blame lies firmly at my own door for allowing you to leave. So I shall not grumble or grouse any longer. May this guilt die with me. No! No, 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 stop, my dear fellow, the fault is mine. Thank you. Phew. It would appear that the fight is over. I do humbly apologize, Mr. Windibank. Evidently my questionable disposition precipitated this tragedy. Well, you wouldn't be Mr. Herlock Sholmes without that questionable disposition, now would you? I do believe you may be right, sir. It's either laugh or cry, I suppose. You are, it must be said, one of my more challenging customers. I needn't remind you of the peculiar collection of items you brought through my door in the past. Oh, peculiar items? In the extreme, ma'am. For example, the unpublished manuscript of eponymous work, the novels of Herlock Sholmes or some such. Oh my, a new full-fledged novel? And unpublished? A story I've yet to read, you mean? Ah, forgive me. No, stop it. If that is one of your basic animations, I do not want that. Wait, before you die, you must tell me more. Unpublished story. Just get it over with. I don't want to look at that. I must know more. Tell me everything. Wow, Sasada-san's really fired up now. Is it really an unpublished story under this very roof? Thank you. Well, one day the gentleman here brought an old metal chest, you see. I should like to entrust this to your care for a while, Mr. Windibank. For a chest like that, 1 shilling, sir. Not a farthing more. It houses something of very great value indeed. The latest manuscript, recounting the adventures of Mr. Herlock Sholmes. I beg your pardon? A manuscript? You wish to deposit a manuscript? Indeed I do, for I am confident it will be quite safe here. And that was that. As such, Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom. Mr. Sholmes, is that really true? Do I sense that someone doesn't want to talk about this? I continue to pay your fee, do I not? Then kindly continue to store my belongings securely. Of course, sir, of course. They're safe and sound with me, I assure you, on my life. Okay, please stop. This is all very strange. I wish you wouldn't. Pawnbrokery. I wonder, could I ask you something? Could I ask you to, you know, give me the gun so you don't have to put that to your head anymore, please? Gentleman from the east, I see. Yes, that sable suit. I suppose I could offer you 6 pence for it? Without wishing to offend, the tone is somewhat dull. Sorry? Ah, but for your splendid attire, ma'am. 5 guineas, no less. The colors are exquisite, the design, exotic. Eastern artistry at its finest, may I say. Oh my, 5 guineas, you say? How interesting. Why do I feel as though I suffered some sort of defeat here? Actually, I was hoping to ask you about your business. I've heard it said that pawnbrokeries are used rather like banks here in London. Yes, sir, indeed. Many of my customers utilize the establishment as you describe. I appraise their items, offer them a proportionate loan and 2 months of secure stowage. If in that time they repay the original sum to me, plus the agreed interest, their items are happily returned. But what happens if they don't pay you the money? Then the items are offered for sale in my shop, as you can see on the shelves behind me. So you never sell items before the 2 months has passed then? That's right, ma'am, that's right. Which means some considerable responsibility rests on my shoulders. Should a customer's precious belongings be lost, the only recompense is for me to end it all. No, it's not. No, it is not. The very idea, Mr. Windibank, is an absurdity. Thank you, Sholmes. The smartest thing you've said in this entire game. One should never talk of one's demise so casually. Weren't you just doing that earlier? Says the man who was telling us all it was a good day to die only this morning. Yeah, right, right. Can we get down? Can we get down, Mouse? Hola. Can we get down? Can we get down? There we go. There we go. Alright, come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. Alright, hold on. Alright, no more cat. The cat has gone. She was being restless and kept moving and stuff, and her tail was just... I'm just like, okay, she wants to leave. And let us not forget that I have already helped you take measures to ensure such a tragedy never occurs. Oh, what sort of measures? I engineered a simple device which Mr. Windibank has installed here in his shop. I call it the red-handed recorder. Okay, so a camera. Is that not so, Mr. Windibank? Huh. What's that deep sigh about? What on earth is a red-handed recorder? Use your eyes, my dear fellow. There are two just below the ceiling. I can see what appears to be a camera attached to some sort of timing device. But I don't see it on the ceiling at all. Okay. Very astute. It is indeed a camera furnished with some 100 pieces of celluloid film. And every 30 minutes precisely, the camera automatically records the appearance of the shop. Here, I have an example I can show you. "4 a.m. Ah yes, a print from the camera set to record the activity at the shop counter. I developed this special type of film so sensitive, it produces a crystal clear image even in darkness." Really? That's extraordinary. Yes, you can clearly see the counter and the door behind it. Look. I mean, oh. I'm stupid. When they said counter, I didn't realize they meant the actual, like, counter. I was looking for, like, a number counter. I'm like, where? I don't see a number counter. So you see, were someone to enter the premises with ill intent, his identity would be summarily exposed. But, did you not say that the photographic prints were taken at 30-minute intervals? Indeed, my dear madam. Then what if the incident were to occur in between times? One could only say that would be a cruel twist of fate. I must confess your devices have been giving me some cause for distress of late. I beg your pardon, Mr. Windibank. Surely are there anything but distressing? Reassuring is the word. It's the cost of the film, sir. You most graciously placed not one, but two cameras in my shop after all. Which means I must pay for nigh on 100 utterly useless prints every single day. I'm afraid the cost of the film will break me before I'm very much older. Nevertheless, a small price to pay to ensure the safety of my preferred pawnbroker, you know? My dear fellows, we verge on an age where safety and security come at a price. Oh, heaven help us. Yeah. Now then, Mr. Sholmes, allow me to return your precious violin. Ah, the very thing. Thank you, Mr. Windibank. Perhaps this might mark the end of the peculiar items you try to pop, Because if anything were to happen to one of them, this would be the only answer. No. I really think you ought to stop waving that gun around. I agree. Someone could get hurt. Fear not. Sorry, I've only loaded a single bullet, so no one but myself could possibly harm her. Not true. And that's one too many. That's not really what I meant. That's one too many, sir. Sir, put the gun down. Good day to you then, Mr. Windibank. It's been a pleasure as always, Mr. Sholmes. So, Mr. Naruhodo. Now we can explore at last. I don't really want to talk to him. He might do it again. Look at that enormous ledger open on the counter there. Mr. Windibank is, if nothing else, very particular about recording the items he accepts. He'd have to be, otherwise he'd get himself into all sorts of trouble. Which might explain the thing that catches my eye far more than the ledger. The thing you need to take away from him? This revolver here. Do not even entertain even a single thought of pilfering an article herein, my dear fellow. I assure you, Mr. Windibank would not hesitate to draw that weapon with a speed belying his portly size. Oh, you don't mean he'd... Yes. Rat-a-tat-tat, as Naira would say. Blow his brains out? Indeed. In recompense for his blunder. Oh my. But in any case, of course we would never do such a thing. How could you even suggest it? Uh-huh. Well then. There seems to be a little door hidden behind that curtain there. That leads to the storage room, where Mr. Windibank keeps articles that are currently in pawn. Ah, I see. I don't think Naira is around to hear that joke that I just made. There's nothing of particular interest inside. I certainly wouldn't recommend any larcenous activity. Recommend it or not, it's not something I tend to do. There's but one key, and Mr. Windibank keeps it in his pocket at all times. I'm here, Tay. I know. I just don't think you heard the joke that I made. There's but one key. Okay, where is it? Before he sleeps, he places it into a small pot, which he slides under his pillow. Oh, you did hear it. Your AK-47 joke? Rat-a-tat-tat. Before he sleeps... No, we already did that. How on earth do you know about that, Mr. Sholmes? I'm a detective, sir. It is my business to know what others do not. I am frequently assailed by information that I neither care for nor wish to retain. Mr. Sholmes, you are a wonder. And the prime suspect if this pawnbrokery is ever burgled. What an assortment of things there are on the shelves here. Crockery, footwear, clocks and watches, almost anything you care to imagine. Those are forfeited items, offered for sale by the pawnbroker. What does that really mean, though? They're abandoned. When you pawn or colloquially whatever that word is, colloquially, I think, pop an item, the broker loans you money against its worth. He stores the item for an agreed period of time, after which the loan must be repaid. If not, he is free to display it in his shop for sale at a price of his choosing. Oh yes, now that you've explained it, I'm noticing little price tags on everything. Of course, simply by paying the agreed interest on the loan, one can extend the period of safekeeping. So you may pawn that black garb of yours without fear, my dear fellow. My treasured university uniform never. It embodies my student spirit. Oh good, I don't have to talk to him anymore. I'm happy about that. Now what do you suppose this rather enormous machine does? It seems to have two little windows for looking through. Allow me to enlighten you, my dear fellows. What you're looking at is a stereoscope. A stereoscope? Fascinating. It is aptly named, I assure you. Look through the eyepieces and see for yourself. Makes the lines. Oh, I should be delighted to. Excuse me a moment while I just have a look. Just before you do, there's something I should point out. My dear fellows, In order to see the image properly, stereoscopically, as it were, you will need to be cross-eyed. Just do this the entire time? Hey, what are you doing over there? Just listening to my stereoscope. Not much. Okay. However, if that is beyond you, it is of little consequence today. Alright, then I'm going to try it. Please show her being cross-eyed. Ah! Mr. Naruhodo, you must see. At once. Alright then. So I need to be cross-eyed, like I'm trying to look at my own nose. Do I actually have to... What the... I don't get it. I don't believe it. I don't get it. It's just a photographic print, but it seems like you could reach out and touch it. The sense of depth is startling, is it not? Stereoscopes are one of London's many fads. They are often found in little stalls in the park. People queue for hours to see them. Why? Why are people meddling with such black magic? It is no magic, my dear madam. It is, well, it's an optical illusion. Far too complicated to explain at present. We shall save this lesson for another day. Oh. Uh-huh. That's not a calendar you could easily miss, is it? 15th April, today's date. Yes, that's not for sale, I must point out. It's an Eastern-style page-a-day calendar. Every night at midnight, I tear off the front page to reveal the following day's date. The perfect calendar for a tearaway fellow such as yourself, Mr. Windibank. And who is it that walked out of here with the wrong violin before? Well, when the agreed storage period has passed without repayment, articles are forfeited, you see. So I have to keep a close eye on the date. It's something of a pawnbroker's obsession, you might say. Oh yes, I can see you're very dedicated to your job. I think that's it. Oh, no, there's not. There's one thing here. Look at this. Whatever could it be used for? It looks like it goes on the stereoscope. I have no idea. Ah. There's a small catch just here. Look. We're going to open it, aren't we? Oh my, that's amazing. Some sort of spring-loaded mechanism, which we'll never manage to put back the way it was before. Hmm? What are you two doing? What? Us? Nothing? No, nothing at all. Whatever this device is, it seems to have a pair of little windows to look through. I feel as though I've seen something rather similar to this elsewhere. The stereoscope. Why can't you put those two things together? No, I didn't mean to click on anything. Thank you. Go back. There you go. Do we go back to Sholmes Street? Or Sholmes Suite? No. So there's something still here that I need to investigate. But what? But what is it? The horse? No. Oh, that thing. Look at this. What could this lovely, big, shiny box be? That, my dear madam, is a music box. Surely you have such things in your own country. Oh my, yes, but I've certainly never seen one so large before. Shall we listen a while? Ah, what a sublime sound. It's like the music of angels. I've never heard anything like it before in my life. This particular specimen is of the larger variety, commonly found in public houses and restaurants. There's a metal disc inside on which the notes to be played are recorded. Simply by replacing the disc with another, any music you care to imagine can be played. My goodness. What a simply delightful machine. Indeed, though their popularity has waned recently with the development of the gramophone, of course. Huh. Science and technology advance at such an overwhelming pace. What? Only 2p for it? That ain't fair and you know it. Oh no, somebody just came barging in. The article is barely worth a penny, miss. I cannot offer more. What? Sounds like there's an argument brewing over by the counter. Come on, that can't be right. Have you even had a proper butcher's at it? I've seen all I need to see, young girl. Oh, is it? Okay, that's her. Yeah. Wait, don't we know? I'm sure I recognize her. Oh yes, it's the young lady from Mr. McGilda's trial 2 months ago. Yeah, her name is Gina Lestrade, my lord. Yep. She's a chancer. Earns her crust among large crowds, relieving people of their purses. It's commonly called a pickpocket. Gordon Bennett, you lot! Oh, she still got that thing, does she? Hello, Miss Lestrade. I hope you've been well. Yeah, what? You remember me then, do you? Well, I remember being completely surrounded by smoke, that's for sure. So what are you doing in here? Down and out like the rest of us? Nothing to eat? Come to pop that black weasel? Sorry, coat, have ya? What is it about this black uniform that makes everyone comment on it? Ah, good day, unless I'm much mistaken. You'd be the young pickpocket who stole our experimental smoke grenade launcher. Ah, Mr. Sholmes. So, you have something of value to pawn, do you? Allow me to see the article and I shall negotiate with Mr. Windbank on your behalf. Pull the other one, I don't need no help from some stuck-up D. Get out of my business, go on or I'll make trouble for you. As you wish, Miss Lestrade. I'll happily remove myself from your presence. He's really done it. He's gone. I'm sorry, but as I said, there really is no room for negotiation here. What is that thing he has in his hand? That's a music disc. Some kind of metal disc. And you, go on, leave me alone. Oh, Miss Lestrade, just pretend we aren't here. We shan't be offended in the slightest. Sasada-san can really stand her ground when she wants to. Whatever. Pawnbroker's customer. Somehow I didn't really think you were the sort of person who would use a pawnbroker, Miss Lestrade. Yeah, well, I am, alright? I'm a Londoner, just like everyone else. That a problem, is it? No, not at all. It's just that, well... Oh, I get it. I know what you're thinking. That thing probably don't even belong to her. That probably got it on the dive, didn't she? Yeah, I can see it written all over your Chevy Chase. Well, I might have been thinking something along those lines. You're not going to deny it, Mr. Naruhodo. Alright, then I'm just gonna come out and ask you straight. Do you pawn things that you steal from other people? Well, I don't know how best to answer that, really. Suppose, sometimes. You're not gonna deny it either, Mrs. Strahd? But not this time, alright? I swear. The thing belongs to me. The disc that Mr. Windbank is holding? Perhaps we should see what he has to say about all this. Do I really gotta talk to him? And what, wouldn't it be in that? Look at Mr. Windbank watching diligently over his shop. There are still so many things I'm curious about. Ugh. I don't believe this is time for browsing, Mr. I know. Jeez. Miss Lestrade's disc. Mr. Windbank? What exactly is this metal disc that Miss Lestrade has brought in? seems to have hundreds of tiny little bumps on its surface. Ah, this is a music disc, you see, for use inside of a music box. That's what I thought. Inside a music box? What, you don't even know what a music box is? Just you Eastern lot aren't too savvy. I know what a music box is, I've just never seen one of these discs before. Small protrusions on the metal disc encode the tune to be played by the music box. You simply insert the disc and set the machine going, and beautiful music plays. It's so incredible. Tell us, what tune is on the disc? On this disc? Well, I'm afraid I couldn't tell you that. There are so many different types of music box, you see. British-made, German, Swiss. I have no way of knowing which particular machine this disc is made for. Ah, I see. Well, why don't you try it on the one that you have right here? Jeez, dude. And that's it in a nutshell. I wouldn't have any customers for an item like this, even if the young lady forfeited it. Really, I'm already offering more than I should at a penny. That's a packet of lies. He told me he did. He did. He said it was, well... He? Who? Never you mind, it just ain't right, that's all. That disc's worth good money, I know it is. Well then, you'll have to try your luck at another pawnbroker's, won't you? Ugh. She's been in before, of course, the little tatterdemalion. I see. And brought some dubious article or other with her every single time, I might add. Dubious? What are you trying to say? I'm an honest customer, me. So, is there something dubious about the disc that she brought in today? Are you calling it a dubious disc? Do we have a Porygon? Are we going to be making a Porygon, what is it? Porygon... Not Porygon 2. Is it Porygon X? No. What is the third one? Is it Porygon X? Man, I don't know my Porygon evolutions. I just know Porygon, Porygon 2. Porygon Z. Z. It's Z. Durr. Porygon Z. You gonna be making a Porygon Z, a dubious disc? Well, if only for that simple. Sorry? What do you mean? What she actually brought in was a storage ticket. Ah, a storage ticket? So... Miss Lestrade has actually come to redeem an article from you today, is that right? Yeah, that's right. A girl like me has a lot of stuff what needs storing. Alright, yes, that's definitely dubious. The article in question would have been forfeited at midnight tonight. But as she gave me the ticket for it and repaid both the loan and the interest, I was obliged to return the article to her. But what was the article? Do tell us, Mr. Windibank. The little scamp is wearing it, ma'am. It's the overcoat that she redeemed. Oh. What? What's wrong with that? It fits, don't it? I mean, it's mine, so of course it does. So what about the disc then? How does that come into all this? Ah, the disc is something else. A new article to pawn if the girl and I can agree a price. I'm confused. I thought you said Miss Lestrade brought in a storage ticket today. It's really quite simple. Yes, the child brought me a storage ticket and the money owed on it, as you say, for this heavy black coat, which you returned to her care as I'd understood it. That's right, yes, and rather unsurprisingly, as soon as the little ragamuffin put the thing on, she went rifling through the pockets. Oh, you mean... What? Don't you know it's rude to stare at a lady? Ah, I see. So it came from the pocket of the overcoat, did it? If you mean this disc, then yes, exactly, ma'am. And she immediately tried to pawn it. For quite a high price as well. This is all rather suspicious, I think. Give it up. I'm just trying to pawn something like anybody else would. Miss Lestrade, may I ask who deposited the overcoat here in the first place? Well, me. It doesn't really appear your size. Me old man's, ain't it? Oh, me old man's. Her father. Is it Miss Lestrade? Yes. This is definitely all rather suspicious. Out of my way, please. Well, hello, sir. Who's this picture postcard English gentleman? Good day to you, ladies, gentlemen. What's your problem, eh? There is no problem, as long as you remove yourself. I have a matter to discuss with the proprietor. And if you intend to make a problem of it, I shall see you outside, little girl, for the hiding you deserve. Look, ain't it obvious? I ain't done talking with him yet. You think you're such a gent, you should know how to wait in line. Well, you're an impudent little brat, aren't you? As well as a pickpocket. Eh? Who are you? How do you know who I am? The question is, how do you not know who I am? You haven't the courtesy to even remember the faces of your victims, it seems. What? You mean from you? Broker? Yes, sir. I believe this filthy pocket thief has just redeemed an article from you now? Yes, the article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once. Oh my. Now that's a lie. What are you trying to pull? Give me back my overcoat, you wastrel. And needless to say, any music box discs too. No, you can't have it. You just can't. I'd run, Gina. Run. It's me old man's, or it was. Now it's mine. Oh, people aren't gonna believe her because she's a pickpocket, and they're not gonna trust her. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. And he's gonna get it because, oh, I'm rich and I'm snooty, and I'm gonna say that's mine so that you can't win. Meh. Goodness, Mr. Naruhodo. He's a damn liar. That's what he is. It's a very awkward situation. Yes, I think perhaps we should hear both sides of the story in a little more detail. The gentleman's accusation. Miss Lestrade, is what the gentleman is saying? What do you think? It's all lies, ain't it? Obviously. I swear on my life, I ain't never laid eyes on that dandy before. Let's hear it now, you little ragamuffin. You stole it, didn't you? That ticket you brought in here just now. No, I swear it. I swear to God. It was barely an hour ago. I was walking along the street, minding my own business, when this little gutterling ran into me. I knew at once what had happened. I'd been robbed yet again, I thought to myself. Those wretched pickpockets. Yet again. Oh yes, as you can see, I am a man of impeccable style. This isn't the first time I've been targeted by these backslum scoundrels. Now then, relinquish my overcoat. Come along now, Mr. Fat. Give the good gentleman his coat back. It's not his! If you're going to cause trouble, I shall have no choice but to call the police. Hold on, why does everyone think it's me? Just look at this dandy cove, and you think I'm the dodgy one? I'm sorry, but no one's going to believe you. You're an asshole. For not even taking her story into account. This dude just waltzes in and says, oh no, that one's mine. And it's just like, can't argue with that. He's wearing a top hat. Well, what about evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence that I've stolen something, huh? Come on, let's see it. Oh, I have evidence, naturally. You what? Evidence that the article Miss Lestrade redeemed actually belongs to this gentleman? Of course, we need only consult Mr. Windibank's ledger to know the truth. We'll be able to look up the name of the person who deposited the article in the first place. Yes, brilliant. I'm very sorry, but I'm afraid that won't be possible. Oh? I never ask customers' names. That's a strict policy of mine. But why not? Well, now, as you can imagine, some of my customers have circumstances to consider. A great many of them prefer to maintain their anonymity. Anonymity. I can't say that word very well either. Yes, I see. But then how can you know if an article belongs to the person asking to redeem it? Oh, it's quite simple. Good sir, might I trouble you for the watchword associated with the article in question? Of course. It's... Professor. Yes, that's right. And all the evidence we need. This gentleman is the rightful owner of the article, without doubt. A watchword? Interesting. I don't trust it. So about these watchwords, Mr. Windibank. As I just explained, I never ask customers' names when they deposit items with me. There are many reasons why. Certain customers would like to keep their activities secret. That wasn't exactly a subtle glance at Mr. Sholmes, now was it? Oh, I didn't even know he was over there looking through the freaking thing. Great detectives have no dark secrets, none at all. Yes, well, anyway, let me guess. Your watchword's just written down somewhere that anybody could read it. In many ways, it's like the secret combination of numbers used to unlock a vault, except for yours is not secure. The date of deposit, a description, and a watchword uniquely identify each item. And of course, then I give the storage ticket to the customer. When someone comes to redeem something, I ask for the ticket and the watchword. And if that someone tells you the correct watchword, you return the article? That's right, sir. Then how come she has the coat? Did she give you the watchword too? That's right, sir, yes, just as soon as the requisite fee is paid. And I have supplied you with the information you require already, but for the avoidance of doubt, the article in question is an overcoat deposited 2 months ago on 15th February with a watchword of Professor. All perfectly correct information, sir. But how? Really, this is beyond a joke now. There's no further room for doubt. Ugh. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. I don't like you. Excuse me, but who are you? One would expect the inquirer to introduce himself first. Though clearly you are not British, so perhaps our ways are foreign to you. Oh, sorry. Yes, we're from the Empire of Japan. We're studying here. Oh yes, Japan. I've heard talk of the place. Its inhabitants live on some fiery brown-colored soup dressed up with exotic spices. You might be thinking of somewhere else. And what was that theatrical gesticulation about? Perhaps, anyway, if you are a gentleman, sir, you offer your own name first before inquiring after the name of another. Of course, yes. I'm Ryonosuke Naruhodo. I'm a lawyer, well, a student of law, really. My name is Sasato Mikotoba. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's assistant. I see. My name is Benedict. Eggert Benedict. Why? Why you gotta make these bad jokes? Why? You make a character like this and you call him Eggert Benedict. Why, though? Enchanty. He's so refined in how he holds himself and he speaks, but that name is suspicious. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Now, to the matter at hand. My overcoat, return it at once to someone with the style to carry it off. Every move he makes, every breath he takes, I can't stand watching him. I get the reference. I get the reference. I'll be watching you. Good song though. It doesn't look good on you. So, let that be an end to the matter. And thank you for your custom, Mr. Eggert Benedict, sir. With such reasonable rates of interest, I may even decide to come back. This is why I hate grown-ups. Just because I'm a diver, everyone thinks that makes me a liar. And the contents of the coat pockets, if you please, broker. But of course, sir, here is the disc for you. Don't you dare tell me. Don't you dare tell me that he's gonna try and pawn it off and he's like, oh yes, I'm gonna give you so much money for it, when you just tried to make her pay a penny for it. Pardon, sir? I was expecting another. Or that is, I deposited another. Another disc? Oh, oh dear. Oh, don't. I regret to inform you, sir, that what was deposited with me was merely the overcoat. The disc happened to be in one of the pockets, but I was completely unaware of it until now. So, Gutterling, you're hiding more of what's rightfully mine, are you? Says who, eh? I don't know nothing about it. Very well. Then I shall bid you farewell. Say goodbye to style. I'll say goodbye to you, Eggs Benedict. Eggs Benedict. Wait a minute. That disc is mine. Whoa! Hello. What do you think you're doing, you little tramp? You've drawn blood, you filthy animal. Oh my, yes. There's blood on the disc. It's because of all those sharp little bumps. The man must have scratched his finger on them. I found it first, alright? I mean, it belonged to me old man, so you're not having it. Oh, you take it. Me? If I hang on to it, they'll have it off me again. So you keep hold of it. Mr. Strat, why is this disc so important to her? The music box disc has been entered into the court record. You could use that blood to identify him, maybe. You there, in the black livery. Hand that disc to me at once, please. No, don't. He's lying. Grown-ups are all liars. Ugh, what do I do now? How am I going to resolve this? What if I pawn it? What if I pawn it to him? Can I pawn it to him? Wow, Mrs. Strat is really looking daggers at that mysterious gentleman. We need to do something to calm things down before she loses control and attacks him again. Can I put it in this? Look at Mr. Windibank watching diligently over his shop. Okay, I can't. So that's... I can't. Calming this fraught situation must be our first priority, and I'm fairly certain we can find just the great thing we need among the articles here in the shop. Mr. Windibank is clearly at a loss here. We have to do something about this before he reaches for that revolver of his. Look at those piercing eyes. He's clearly in no mood to talk. Okay, we have to do something quickly before this mysterious gentleman leaves to fetch the police or something. Hey, you. Mr. Sholmes, what are you examining with such keen interest there? As you enjoy a bar of caramel, I see. So, you found me at last, Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry? After that young pickpocket sent me on my way, I was forced to lurk in the shadows, cruelly ostracized as the rest of you partook in the jovial atmosphere of fellowship. I had nothing to occupy my mind, but was too ashamed to let society see what my downfall had done to me. So feigning mock interest, I pretended to examine the tedious trinkets in this desolate place. Whilst, as you shrewdly observed, gnawing on the only friend I have left, the 7% solution of caramel. Pray, do you claim you understand the depths of my despair, Mr. Naruhodo? But how could you? I was so lonely. So desperately lonely. Then why on earth didn't you rejoin the conversation? Things have gone from bad to worse here, you know? Yes, I overheard much of your conversation. Or rather, in my craving for human contact, my ears devoured every word that was uttered. You really were sad, weren't you? Poor Mr. Schultz. I feel simply awful for you. It would seem that my inferences are correct. Oh, surely you're not about to tell us that you've solved the entire case once again. My dear madam, sometimes I wonder, will my genius for deduction be commoditized? How much could I pawn it for? It seems Mr. Sholmes has had another of his flashes of inspiration. But who knows if it will help to resolve the situation between Miss Lestrade and the mysterious gentleman. What's the right thing to do here? Listen to the deduction. Well, Miss Lestrade, it would appear you find yourself in something of a predicament. Where the blue blazes have you been, eh? Pardon? When a lady's in trouble, a true gent's supposed to be there to help. Straight away. Oh, bye. Harsh. And who, pray tell, are you? Mr. Egbert Benedict, you have, in my eyes, a veritably encyclopedic array of curiosities about your person. Nevertheless, there are two immovable conclusions I have drawn. I beg your pardon? The first is this. The true reason for your visit to this pawnbrokery today is something you have not yet revealed. And the second is this. A considerable crime is in contemplation, one you will orchestrate with intent to steal a vast sum of money. Well, Mr. Benedict, what say you to my deductions? How? He's turned as white as a hard-boiled egg. It would seem that once again, Mr. Sholmes has made a flawless deduction. Just who do you think you are, sir? Ah, yes, as I hoped. That is precisely the pained expression I was looking for. Get him, Sholmes. So, shall we begin? The time has come for yet another Herlock Sholmes' logic and reasoning spectacular, which means you're going to get everything wrong and I have to fix it. Let's go! Mystery Man's Aim. First of all, we must ask ourselves on what business you ventured to this pawnbrokery today. You claim to have followed this pickpocket here, having had the redemption ticket stolen from you on the street. That is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. As revealed by that which you hold in your hand. Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place is the staff recruitment flyer? No. The piece of paper in your hand is a staff wanted advertisement from this very shop. Yet even the most unobservant would soon realize that a man of your appearance is no need of such employ. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. First of all, your name is not Egbert Benedict, considering the number or the name on your cane is AG. So already we know that that's a fake name. I mean, we knew it was suspicious to begin with and stupid. But AG on your cane shows us that it's not. But continue, Sholmes. That cane, which you unwittingly clutched to your person, exhibits an incontrovertible contradiction. The name? What utter rot. I've had this cane for years. The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the missing ferrule. No. The end of any walking cane would be terminated with a metal ferrule to protect the wooden tip. And yet, detailed analysis shows that the wooden tip of this stick to be utterly bare. Therefore, there's only one conclusion. The rod that you hold in your hand, which appears to be a walking cane, is in fact no cane at all. You recoil, sir. Is that something wrong? And in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer of the next conundrum to the present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind this rod you bear? Rod? Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see. From the moment I saw it, my suspicions were aroused. What walking cane demands such a stout handle, mused I. But of course, as I said, this is no walking cane. No, that rod is the broken handle of a shovel. What? Are you insane? And now, having determined this undeniable truth, the conclusion is clear. Your true motive for coming here was to take employment at this establishment in order to excavate the ground beneath the What a calculated crime you've conceived, sir. A wickedly calculated crime. No. I may not understand certain parts of this. Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. For we must expose the details of this elaborate crime you've in the planning. This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, intend to excavate the ground beneath this pawnbrokery with a broken shovel? What on earth do you propose I expect to find there? Some long-forgotten treasure, I suppose? Save for such a fanciful theory, what possible reason could I have to do as you say? Oh, but there is ample reason. As you are only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. And your furtive glance is more telling than I could have hoped. What? Let us consider what would motivate a man to infiltrate a shop such as this and covertly dig beneath its floor. The answer is revealed by the counsel notice on the counter, which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. No? Probably the gun. Either the gun or this book. This letter gives notice of public works to be carried out in the local area. And according to the enclosed plan of the upcoming sewerage works, beneath this shop runs a sewer that adjoins another, one that runs under the bank on the opposite side of the road. This madness has entered the sewers now, has it? By excavating the ground beneath our feet, you would gain access to the waterway. That flows in very close proximity to the great vault of the financial institution opposite. What are you... In summary, sir, you devised a master plan to pull off an elaborate bank robbery and by dint of underground tunnels. Master plan? Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. How much do I have to fix? With what plunder did the thief hope to make off to the underground vault of the bank? Are you quite serious? Having consulted with Scotland Yard some days ago, I happen to know the answer. But naturally, the answer is no secret to you, is it, Mr. Benedict? I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard tells us all we need to know. A postcard of the Great Exhibition? I'm afraid you've quite lost me. Currently in the final stages of preparation, the Great Exhibition will soon be underway, and the government has provided extra funds to complete its centerpiece, the Crystal Tower. Funds that currently sit in the vault of the bank, on the other side of this road. Pardon? Yes, the considerable crime that you've been contemplating is the theft of which sits in the vault of that bank, the special reserve funds for the Great Exhibition. Of course, that is top secret police information, so keep it under your hat, please. What? I'm already lost. What are we trying to figure out? Thus concludes Sherlock Holmes' great deduction of this pawnbroking puzzle. Mr. Holmes. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, an impressively upbeat deduction for a detective racked with loneliness, would you not agree? Was it true what you said about the bank over the road and what it has in its vault? Indeed, though few know of its existence, it is one of the government's most closely guarded secrets, and you're just blurting it out to everybody in his shop. Gregson told me in the strictest confidence. But you just announced it to everyone here. Rather loudly, in fact. Ah. And if it's such a big secret, how would Mr. Benedict have come to find out about it? There could be but one explanation for that. Clearly it is because the man is a criminal. But what if he didn't know anything about the money in the vault? Is he a criminal if he is a criminal, as you said? And buying a brand new shovel is sure to be the first thing he does now that you've revealed the secret. Oh. Or if he doesn't, even with Mr. Windibank, well, he already has plenty of shovels here after all. Oh my life, I assure you, I'm not so unscrupulous. Well, hopefully this has taught you a valuable lesson. Sensitive information must be handled with the utmost of care. One can never be sure that someone privy to secrets won't disclose them. And once the word is out, it's out. Perhaps I'll think twice before confiding in you next time, Mr. Sholmes. An excellent idea, Mr. Naruhodo. An excellent idea. Okay, but what about the pickpocket and the other dude? Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, you know what to do, I'm sure. Yes, let's listen to that great deduction again, and see if we can massage it into shape. Very well then. Let us start once more from the beginning. Of Sherlock Holmes' magnificent logic and reasoning spectacular. Oh boy. Ah, God. Okay. Sorry, I'm doing something here real quick. And all right. So first of all, we must ask ourselves on what business you ventured to this pawnbrokery today. So to follow this pickpocket here, having had the redemption ticket stolen from you on the street. But that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. As revealed by which you hold in your hand. Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place was the staff recruitment flyer. So, by Mr. Sholmes' reasoning, Mr. Benedict came here in order to apply for a job so he could dig down through the floor? Yes, an attempt to tunnel into the sewers to gain access to the money in the vault of the bank across the road. But he wouldn't get very far with a broken shovel, would he? No. I think it's fair to say his motives lie elsewhere. The question is, where? What did bring Mr. Benedict here at this particular point in time? Well, what? It would be... Oh. I forgot you can rotate. Oh, what's on the back of the... Oh, hello. There's stuff on the back. Hey, you have a picture of her on the back of that. Scribbled writing. Oh. Look at all the scribbled notes on the back of the flyer here. I don't believe it. What is it? Listen to what it says. Name, Gina Lestrade. Height, 5'2". Green cap, scruffy waistcoat, grubby white shirt, blue satchel, ragged. It's a detailed description of Miss Lestrade. Goodness. There's even a sketch of her, hat and all. Although if he showed it to her, she'd fire that smoke grenade launcher in his face for sure. And look, the details of the shop have been written down here too. Winterbank's Pawnbrokery, Baker Street. Redemption deadline, 15 April. Which is today's date. Why would Mr. Benedict have all that information scrawled on the back of the piece of paper? Uh-huh. Do we present that? Okay, yeah, we do. I believe so.
Take that!
Yes. Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place is the info about Miss Lestrade. Quite so, my dear fellow. It would appear that the writing and sketch on the reverse of the flyer pertain to the pickpocket Miss Lestrade and to Mr. Winterbank's pawnbrokery here. Ah. You originally told us that you had merely given chase after Miss Lestrade stole the redemption ticket from you. But that, sir, is a thinly veiled lie. It is the information on the back of the flyer that led you here today, by which I mean here to Winterbank's Pawnbrokery, and today the redemption deadline of that overcoat. So you waited outside for the young girl matching the description you have written down to arrive. And you have gone to some lengths to hide the reason for your pursuit of Miss Lestrade. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. That cane, which you unwittingly clutched to your person, exhibits an incontrovertible contradiction. It's the damn letters. What utter rot. I've had this cane for years. Yeah, the letters that we're looking at right now. The contradiction of which I speak of is, of course, the missing ferrule. Wrong. It's the damn letters. What's a ferrule? It's the metal cap commonly found on the end of a cane, Mr. Naruto. Ah, the bit that makes the nice clacking sound on the pavement. Yes, exactly. And Mr. Sholmes is right. It appears to be missing on this cane. But it doesn't actually look broken, does it? No, it doesn't. Though the gentleman certainly did recoil when Mr. Sholmes identified the cane as suspicious. In other words, there's some secret about the cane that Mr. Benedict would rather we don't know. It's the damn letters. AG. Look here, Mr. Sato. There's some letters on the handle. Ah, yes, those must be initials, I think. In the West, it's customary for people to engrave their belongings with the first letters of their names. So Herlock Sholmes would be HS, you mean? That's right. And the initials on this cane, obviously... Oh. AG? Why does it feel as though that's not quite right? Because Mr. Egu Benedict doesn't begin with A or G.
Take that!
The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the initialing. A most astute observation, wouldn't you say, Mr. Eggert Benedict? We are led to believe, sir, that your initials are EB. Yet in a most possessive manner, you have in your grasp a cane bearing the initials AG. An incontrovertible contradiction indeed, would you not agree? No, you're wrong. This cane isn't... You said before that you'd had this cane for years. Yes. So don't try to tell us that you just borrowed it from a friend or found it in the park. In short, though you hold yourself to be a gentleman, you have withheld your true name. You recoil, sir. Is something wrong? Well, And in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer of the next conundrum to present itself. I mean, I heard a rip, so we gotta turn him around, right? Namely, what is the truth behind this rod you bear? Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. There's no rip in the front or in the arms, so you'd probably rip the back of it. The handle, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see. Let's consider the bare bones of what's happened here. Miss Lestrade redeemed that fine-looking overcoat, and now a mysterious man has appeared, introducing himself with a fake name, and claiming that the overcoat belongs to him. But we know that he actually identified Miss Lestrade from a written description, which suggests that everything else he's told us is untrue. So what we need to do here is somehow prove that the overcoat cannot possibly belong to him. Well, let's take a look at the back, because I heard that rip. There it is. Oh, the seam on the shoulder there is coming apart. Look. So it is. Do you know, a moment ago when Mr. Benedict was surprised by something that was said? I thought I heard him make a rather strange noise. It sounded like a bit like a tiny growl. But now I think it was probably the sound of the seam ripping open. If you look closely, it does seem to be a very tight fit. The sleeves are stretched to bursting, and he wouldn't have a hope of fastening it at the front. If he were to run around in it, I'm sure the whole thing would fall apart. Huh. That I'd like to see. Sorry? So how can we make Mr. Benedict run around? She's really giving this some thought. Has the boost...
Take that!
The split seam, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see. Yes, because the overcoat is rather obviously a poor fit. Having forced it over your broad shoulders, the seam is already breaking apart. My suspicions were aroused from the outset. When you so baldly lied about your name and so boldly waylaid this pickpocket. This catalog of untruths has all been for very one specific purpose. To steal the article that the young girl redeemed from Mr. Windbank. But what really irks me is this. The considerable crime I initially imagined has been considerably curtailed. I mean, that's kind of what we figured anyway. I knew he was a liar from the moment we saw him. Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. For we must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have been planning. This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, designed a wheeze to filch some tawdry article of ponage and noobs? Have you? Have you forgotten that I redeemed this article in the proper manner using the watchword? Had I not been the one to deposit in the first place, how could I possibly have known the relevant details? N'est-ce pas? Oh, but the watchword can be discovered by looking at the book, as you are only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. Ah, and your furtive glance is more telling than I could have hoped. What? Let us consider how one might come to learn a secret watchword relating to the pawn property of another. The method is revealed by the council notice on the counter which your eyes were advertently drawn. No, the book. The direction of the deduction must change rather dramatically now, I think. I love that he has like a little picture of a cat Yes, no more talk of tunneling into the sewers, which is a pity because it all sounded rather exciting. Anyway, you can't deny that this mysterious gentleman did know the watchword. Yes, Professor. If you didn't know that word, Mr. Windibank would never allow you to redeem the article. Or, looking at it another way, if you did know that word, Mr. Windibank would allow you to redeem the article whether it was yours or not. So the question is, could this gentleman have found the watchword out somehow? Of course. Can I look at the picture of the cat? Can I look at the picture of the cat? I can't look at the picture of the cat? I want to look at the picture of the cat. Okay, fine. Notelet? Look at this, Mrs. Sato. Ah, it appears to be a memo that Mr. Windibank has scribbled to himself. Let's see. What does it say? Oh, Professor. Mr. Windibank must make a note of the watchwords his customers give him right before their eyes. In an alarmingly clear script as well. Oh dear, I don't know where to look. Who knows what other secrets I might see. So it's not this book? There's a doggy. There's a doggo. Look at a doggo. Wonder if that's somebody's actual dog. Like they just put the picture into the game. So it's probably the notelet. Let's go with that.
Take that!
The method is revealed by the notelet on the counter to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. Yes, the broker here follows the same procedure whether a customer comes to redeem an article. He asks the customer for the watchword and notes down the response uttered on a notelet he has to hand. Then he consults his ledger and confirms whether or not the watchword matches that of the article in question. I would expect nothing less of a diligent pawnbroker. But his diligence clearly has its disadvantages. What are you talking about? It is increasingly apparent that you were present in this shop before your accusation against Miss Lestrade. In all likelihood, you followed her inside, and then observed her talking to Mr. Windibank. When the diligent broker made a note of the watchword, as is common practice, you observed him writing the word Professor on the notelet beside the ledger. And that, sir, was the master plan you devised to steal the pawned article from the young Miss Lestrade. Master plan? Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. Why would you go to such lengths to redeem that particular article from this pawnbroker? Are you quite serious? For an ill-fitting overcoat hardly seems to justify the effort, much less a worthless music box disc. But naturally, you had very good reason to make them yours, didn't you, Mr. Benedict? I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard tells us all we need to know. No. The articles we're talking about are the overcoat and the music box disc that in one of the pockets, which according to Mr. Windibank isn't even worth a penny, and yet this man went to such lengths to steal them. Why? Wonder if perhaps we already have the evidence we need to explain it, Mr. Naruhodo. Could we? Really? I'd better have a thorough look through all the evidence we've collected so far. The disc? I mean, it's not the armband, it's gotta be the disc. Oh. Oh. It was from Mr. McGilded. Oh, there's a little scrap of paper stuck onto the reverse side of the disc, look. And a scribbled word or two. Looks like somebody's name. For McGilded. McGilded? It couldn't be. But it is, Mr. Naruhodo. A name I shall never forget, for as long as I live. But why? Why is his name on this? The music box disc information has been updated in the court record. Yep. This is it. That's it. That's what we need. That's what we need. I'll buy him. You see, this music box disc tells us all we need to know. What's that on the back? It reads, for McGilded. Ah. Ah, Mr. Magnus McGilded. Unfortunate philanthropist who perished in curious circumstances at the Old Bailey 2 months ago. A prominent man in London, though his loan-mongering demonstrated a distinct lack of scruples. So, you're an associate of his, are you? Or perhaps a subordinate? Mr. McGilded was a man of unusually small stature. In fact, he was precisely the right size for that overcoat you've squeezed yourself into. Ugh. Your true identity remains shrouded in mystery, Mr. Eggert Benedict. But the final conclusion here is crystal clear. The reason you came to this pawnbrokery today was to retrieve an article left behind by the late Magnus McGilded. Just... Arrgh. Okay, stop. You're gonna rip the coat more. Yeah. Elementary. Elementary, my dear chat. Oh well, Mr. Magnus McGilded. Not a name I expected to hear in these circumstances. Mr. Sholmes, I'm afraid there's something very troubling on my mind. Pray tell, Mrs. Sato. Well, according to what Mr. Windibank told us earlier, today was the final day on which the coat could have been redeemed, was it not? Yes, ma'am, that is correct. Today would have been precisely 2 months since it was first deposited. Well, today is 15th April, so 2 months ago today would have been 15th February, sir. That's right. It's all carefully recorded in my ledger. Deposited at 10:30 p.m., I see. What? But that suggests... Yes, 15th February is precisely on the day of which the omnibus murder took place. And 10:30 in the evening is precisely the time at which the terrible events were unfolding. Ooh. Ooh. Suggestive is not the word. It would seem the matter is entirely beyond coincidence. So are you the guy that killed him? You are, of course, at liberty to make whatever outlandish deductions you choose, however... Oh! I must insist you hand over the music box disc now. It would be a terrible shame for you to return to your native land in a box. What do I do? Absolutely not. You know, I'm gonna... Can I save? I can save. I'm gonna save. Oh, I only have 20 spots. We're gonna go ahead and save over episode 1. Hi, Raider. How you doing, buddy? This guy's got a gun to my head. It's a good time, I guess. You know. But I'm not gonna hand over the disc to him. I'm not gonna do it. There are some things a man must protect at all costs. I'm gonna stretch. Alright, Naira, I will stretch. And I'll even do this. I'll put the chair back and stretch. I'm gonna stretch. Ugh. So good to watch a cat maid in a doki. Oh my god, she's doing the cat maid stuff today. Oh my god. Then again, it may not. Okay, where is she? Where is she? I thought she was gonna play a cutesy game, not Viscera cleanup, you... Vixen! Let's take a peek. Let's take a peek at Vixen real quick. I know, I see her. Oh my god! Hold on.
I am personifying the worst type of goddamn it.
Oh god.
Naira, welcome.
Hey, I forgot. Oh my god, Vix.
I forgot. You were
streaming. I am streaming.
Alright, let's
Still.
go ahead and switch over. I can't get it to be the right size, so you're gonna kind of sort of slightly...
But now you're on my...
Like me, how dare you.
But now you're on my stream.
I am streaming, how dare you. You better not be streaming. Hi, everyone. There's no explanation for this, other than I'm dumb in thinking my friends wouldn't help me buy a $600 statue. This is my punishment. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Yes, unless you
I love this. I love this. Okay.
I haven't played this in a...
Let's go ahead. I'm gonna mute the tab now. Let's go back to this. Oh, that's wonderful. That made my day. I love it. I love that. Thank you, Raider, for telling me that, because I absolutely forgot. Had to make sure you saw it. Oh, for sure. I need to go back and watch her VOD when she's done so I can see the reveal. Because that is wonderful. I don't know how I forgot about that either. I really don't. I've completely spaced my mind because I'm just like, I need to stream tonight. Oh god. Alright, this guy's gonna shoot me probably. Then again, it made my heart. Yeah, I knew he'd come through because I knew he had a gun. She's doing it all week. Oh, I'm gonna be there. Mr. Winterbank, this is my shop. I can't allow any harm to come to my customers. If that were to happen, don't put the gun to your own head. I should have to take my own life. No. Mr. Winterbank, no. Alright, that's enough. Good. Inspector Gregson. Inspector? That's right, Sunshine. The alarm was raised on one of our dedicated emergency lines. So we got here as fast as we could. Now, what's all this about, eh? Oh, praise be. You're here at last. I was moments away from forfeiting my own life in my own very own establishment. I can't wait for the Diablo 3 stream on Sunday in a cat-made outfit. Oh my god, yes. And I'll stream that on my end too. So, because I didn't want to stream when she was doing her fundraiser thing. Because I wanted, you know, the focus to be on her while she was trying to raise funds. So I'm just like, I'm not going to stream. I'm going to be over here today while she's doing that. But this Sunday, I'm totally going to stream it myself as well. So you can see both angles, I guess. I don't know. I love Diablo. Diablo is such a fun game. Even 3. I like 3 too. 2 I have more memories with and more nostalgia with because it's the first one I played. I never actually played the first one. But 2 and 3 are so good. Yes, I'll be watching all the streams, all the angles. It would seem you have the upper hand. Are you gonna give her coat back? You better have. Right, you lot have got some explaining to do. I don't appreciate being bothered with some petty argy-bargy. Petty? Mr. Winterbank very nearly met with his end. Yeah, by his own gun as far as I can tell. Oh dear. And the whole of Britain could meet with its end if I don't get to the bottom of this case I'm supposed to be working on. What? What on earth is the case, Inspector? Spare no detail, Gregson. I might have said a little too much. I try to be in all your and Vix's streams. It makes my day. I appreciate that. Like, I really do. Because, honestly, I won't lie. There are some days where I'm just like, eh. Even if nobody cares to watch, I'm still having fun. So, when somebody comes in and actually enjoys watching my streams, I promise you I appreciate it. Very much so. So, thank you for that. I definitely appreciate you. I appreciate you, I appreciate Naira, I appreciate Cow, I appreciate Penny, anybody that comes in here to watch my streams. 100% appreciation from me, so thank you. I might have said a little too much, no matter, it's nothing to do with you lot. Anyway, sir, you're gonna have to come with me down to the station. But of course, Inspector. Ah! He's getting away! Get after him, lads. Well, whistle the beat officer, too. Lula? Ah, speaking of people I appreciate, Lula! It's almost midnight and you're up again. What's going on? What's going on? Howdy. Yeah, I've been going through a lot and it's been so helpful. Man, damn. Just the fact that I'm even able to help somebody, like, just get through their day or even just get through a couple hours. Shit. Damn. Well, you're very welcome. I can't say I appreciate you anymore because I've said it like 10,000 times, but I do. Sad boy hours turning into work hours. Listen, my stream is not sad boy hours. My stream is more bored boy hours or happy boy hours. I don't know. It's, you know, you bored? You want looking for something to do if I'm streaming? Come in here, hang out, chill. Like, it's just a chill time, really. I'll just sit here, play games. I'll chat with everybody. I'll say hey. That's all it's about. That's all we're gonna do. You know, we're just hang out. Just a bunch of friends hanging out, chilling. Also, I miss you streaming, Lula. I hope you get back into it soon. Because honestly, speaking of people that I actually watch a lot, Lula Creations is a wonderful artist that I know in person. She is going to be doing my emotes whenever she can get around to it, which is fine. I'm not bugging you about it. I'm not nagging. But if you saw her art, it's actually very wonderful. And I'm going to be on tomorrow, hopefully. Well, hey, just as usual. Oh, you're doing one now, actually? Nice. Yes. I hope people will like the emotes. I know I'll like them, because I've seen your stuff. I like them. That's why I went to you for the emotes. Bean, I appreciate you too. Yeah, this is one community that I feel included in and notice me when I come in or talk. Listen, I try and notice anybody that comes in and talks. Like, I do. Because I feel bad if I don't. And if you came in here, you know, even for like 5 minutes and said hey, or if you didn't say hey and you're just kind of chilling and watching and lurking, hey, I appreciate it. More than you know. What did I miss? I just woke up hearing appreciate you. Well, you can look up in the chat. Because I don't want to recap everything. Basically Raider was just saying how much, I guess, he enjoys watching my streams and Vixen's streams, and yeah, just read up. It's I could scroll up and all that, but like, it's better to you just read the words coming out of their own mouths. Otherwise, I'm going to like probably say something wrong, as I do. Lula can attest to that. I say things wrong all the time. I end up sticking my foot in my mouth because I say something wrong. A lot. I do that a lot. Especially, like, in person. Lula can attest to that. Lula knows. I am not good with words. Yeah, well, yeah, still, I appreciate all of you. LMAO, yeah, he was on my shit list for years because of a misunderstanding. Yeah. Don't remind me. I'm stupid and oblivious, and I don't know if naive is the word. Listen. Yeah, I'm sorry about that still. I hate it. Rip. Alright. We're just not gonna talk about that. Okay, hold on. Alright, we're just not gonna talk about that. You have a wonderful day. That's the end of the stream. Bye. Okay, no. Bro, as a youngin', I used to get in trouble a lot because of the things I said sounded way ruder than I intended. Okay. Yes, Bean? Yes? Yes, the things I say did sound like ruder than I intend. Well, I'm back. Psych. Yes, they do come out ruder than I intend sometimes. But at the same time, they're stupid. Like, they're dumb. I say some of the dumbest shit. Not intentionally. Like, honestly, the more you talk with me in voice chat or whatever, one of these times, I'm going to say something spectacularly stupid. Like, that you're going to be like, what the fuck did you say? And I'm like, just, okay, no, okay, story time. Story time. This happened at work, and this is a very infamous story between a lot of my work friends. I think it was like when I first started my old job. And, when I first started my old job, I wasn't used to early morning shifts. At all. I wasn't used to them whatsoever. Oh, let me turn that up a little bit more. There you go. So I wasn't used to early morning shifts whatsoever. So, and I, for the past 15, 20-ish years, have been working in a call center type job. So it was toward the end of my day. I had just started the job, and I'm sitting in my chair at work, kind of like this, just relaxed. And my phone rings, and I'm on the call for about maybe 20 or so minutes or whatever. What's early morning for me? The shift at the time was it 8 to 5? I think it might have been 8 to 5, so it would have been like 8 in the morning. So I wasn't used to early morning shifts at that time. But when it was about maybe when all this happened, I had already worked from 8 to maybe like 3. It was like toward the end of my day, and I was tired. I was exhausted, and I was just chilling in my chair, just kind of like this, on the call for maybe about 20 minutes. And like, my eyes were closed at this point. You already know where this is going. And I was thinking at the same time, man, I could go for some Taco Bell. Like, I could really use some Taco Bell right now. That'd be good. But at that time, like the 20 minutes into the call, I hear the guy on the other line saying, "Well, is there anything else we could try for this? Can they fix my issue?" And I'm just like, well, maybe we could melt the wires with hot sauce. And I wake up hearing what I said, and I'm like, and I look over to the guy in the other cubicle next to me, and I just see him, like, I just see him just go like just look at me from over top of the cubicle, like he's just, and the guy on the other line on the phone's like, "Excuse me?" And I'm just like, "Nothing, sir. I apologize. I was talking to somebody else on the floor here." Like, I just brush it off like I was talking to somebody else, like, next to me or whatever. I'm just like, I didn't just say that. So yeah, that happened. I'm telling you, if you are my friend, at some point, I'm going to say something mind-blowingly stupid to the point where you're just like, the fuck did he just say? Maybe you can melt the wires with hot sauce. I said that on a phone call. And anybody that has ever worked with me at that job knows that story. I guarantee it. God. Did I ever tell you the time I was about to get in a fist fight with an imaginary penguin? No, but I could tell you about the time one of my friends got into an argument with a toilet. He was drunk, and he was having a yelling argument with the toilet. Well, that's not an early morning. I work 1 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. That's not early morning. That's graveyard shift. Let me hear. I don't remember exactly all that was said. Me and Cow had actually just gotten to our friend's house. I don't know if Cal is still here or not. He could tell you probably more of the story. But me and Cal had just gotten to our friend's house, and dude was already drunk. Like, dude was already drunk, and he's upstairs screaming. And we're talking to his wife, or his girlfriend at the time. I think it's still his girlfriend. I don't know if he got married to her or not. But his girlfriend. And I'm like, who's Daniel yelling at? And she's laughing because she knows that he's yelling at a toilet because he's drunk off his ass. But like, you could hear him upstairs. He's like, you don't know. Like, he's yelling at a toilet? You have to be at work in 4 hours. Raider, have you slept at least? Are you going to sleep? I appreciate you being here, but I know how it is to work with no sleep. It ain't fun. Especially if your work is like physical work. Then you'd be telling people to melt wires with hot sauce. And that ain't good. 5-minute nap is pro. Listen, if I go to bed for 5 minutes, you ain't getting me back up in 5 minutes. Man, I got a bunch of stories now that I'm thinking of. Because now you're talking about sleep. Man, a friend, one of my best friends, he and a couple of other people decided to play a prank on me while I was sleeping. I was sleeping on his couch because I was spending the night over his house. And so, like, they decide that it's a good idea because it's snowing outside and it's cold. And I can sleep through anything. I shit you not. They decide it's a good idea to take the couch outside. Like, out the door with me laying on it outside. But not only that, they decided to take the couch and put it vertical so that I'm standing up. I slept through it. I'm standing up on a vertical couch until they woke me up. Needless to say, the blanket wasn't on me anymore. It was clumped down on the floor, but still, I slept. Yeah, I work in an Amazon warehouse, and I got some sleep, but can't sleep much lately. Man, I know how that is. Like, it's either one or the other with me. Either I'm not tired, and I just won't sleep, or I'm tired, and you cannot wake me up. Those are my two settings. So yeah, no, Bean, I can't do a 5-minute nap. It ain't possible. Sometimes I sleep during lunch on when I'm working, because it's at least 45 minutes, and I can do that. It's just with me, I have to set, like, 3 alarms. Like, my phone is by me. My alarm clock is just out of reach to where I actually have to put effort into just, like, go, and then turn it off. And then I have another alarm that is across the room. So if I snooze those 2, I have to walk across the room to get to the third one. My friends and I put a friend in the middle of a small lake while he was asleep on an air mattress. That's a classic. I've seen that on YouTube a couple times before too. I'm thankful that that's never happened to me because I don't really live near a lake. The closest body of water that I live near is a river. So if you put me on an air mattress in the river, I'm going that way. I ain't gonna just float in place. I am going down the river. and I won't come back. But that is a classic. I would be pissed though. I would be angry if anybody ever did that to me too. I'd be like, get me the fuck out of this lake. Throw me a rope or something, damn. You know what we'll do? You know what we'll do? While we're just doing this, I'm just going to go to options and save here. If we're just going to talk for a bit, we might as well just talk for a bit. Let's go ahead and save over that one. But what we're gonna do, just for the memes, let's go ahead and put Vixen over here. So we could... She is glowing in that corner. Oh, he found out by rolling out of bed, so he went in the water. He took the big big plunge. She's doing... What are you doing, Vix? Oh, I love this. I love the fact that she ended up getting the outfit and put on the outfit. She needs to set her headset to where, like, the colors that glow on her headset are just pink. Yeah, and the water was like 50 Fahrenheit. I mean, that's cold. But that's not super cold. Like, that's not that cold. Like, it's cold, but it's not freezing. So it's tolerable, at least. Not pleasant, but tolerable. Man. Yeah, no, I've got some crazy stories that, mostly are drawn on by my own stupidity, really. Hey, Raider telling her to set her headphones to pink. That's a good idea you had. Really good idea. You're smart. You're super smart. And of course she's gonna do it. Vixen, aren't you supposed to clean up the mess? It looks like a whole lot of blood. She's doing it. It was Doki's idea. Oh, God. And charge your damn headset, Vix. It's 39%. Vix, you have a pink setting. Why are you in red? Vix! You literally have a pink setting under the top red. There you go. There it is. Good job, Raider. You did it. You did the thing. She charged it on Saturday all stream. She only charges it when it's dying. And it's at 30%? Did she leave it off from Sunday to... Wait, so she charged it on Sunday all stream. Ah, Vix. Alright. That's not really the way to go. I keep my stuff charged. Like... I'm one to talk. My phone is literally sitting right here not being charged. But it's also on 66%. It's fine. Like, my battery is good. Also, can we talk about how phones have so many freaking cameras in them now? Like, this thing has 3 cameras. Killer cameras, too. Like, absolutely killer quality. Also, what is on the front of my phone? What's it sitting on? My wallet? But it's Vixen. You right? You are absolutely right. But hey, guess what? We have the same phone. We do! You have the Note 20 as well? The Note... God, this thing has a long name. What is it called? The Samsung Galaxy Note 20 S Ultra Plus or something like that? It's got this long, long name. Okay, I don't like this song. I don't like this song, whatever it is. Otter Funk. Uh-huh. Also, why don't I have... Hold on. Let me go to my BRB screen real quick. And I'll go to my camera. I can't resize it all at once. Well, I'm gonna fix this to look nicer. So bear with me. Wait, can I do it all at once? No. I just don't think the image should be as big as it is. What if I... Ta-da! Can I put it down like here? That's too close to that. I don't know. Maybe I'll leave it like that. It's BRB. Yeah. I don't know what else to talk about. But yeah, no, I like our phone. It's a good phone. Put an OtterBox on it. I'm good. I don't have a screen protector on it though because it's got those weird curved sides to it, and they're really not easy to find screen protectors for. However, I should put it on charge now that we're talking about charging things. And now it's on charge. Because I got one of those like wireless pads. Or like wireless charging pad things. So I never actually have a plug plugged into it. I just pop it down. Just pop it down over there and it's good. Alright, so you think we should go back into the game? Let's go back into the game. Because I don't know what I'm talking about now. And otherwise I'm just going to sit there and like, I don't know what to talk about. So, back in the game we go. Go away, Spotify. Alright. Sir. I have a stand that charges my phone, smartwatch, and headphones. I've seen those before. Those are kind of cool. I did want one of those before. But I'm just like, I have things for them. I mean, I have a smartwatch too. Don't tell me we have the same watch too. Samsung, I think it's a Galaxy Gear. Or Galaxy... Is this one a different one? Did they stop using the word gear for this? Hold on. Is it on this device? Can I actually see what it's called on this device? Like in the settings or something? General? No. About watch? Oh yeah, they just called it Galaxy Watch. It used to be called the Galaxy Gear, which I had one of those. Well, I still have it. It's in a drawer in its original case. Still works. I just haven't done anything with it. Anyway, let's get back to the game. I'll continue watching chat so we can interact and whatnot. That's fine with me. But I'm going to get back into the game as well. There's been a spat of thefts at pawn shops around here recently. So we fitted emergency buttons underneath the counters for brokers to let us know when there's trouble. Oh, Inspector, I was very worried there for a while. Very worried indeed. Now then, Mr. Permanently in mourning. Oh, yes. I'll be taking that whatever it is of McGilded's down to the yard, thank you very much. So hand it over. Oh yes, of course. No, don't give it to him. It's mine, that is. Mine. I'm sorry, miss. But anything belonging to McGilded has to be taken in as evidence now. As evidence? If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate. Yes, I think we may have the same watch. Listen, freighter. You're a person of fine taste. Fine taste indeed. But you know something we don't have the same of? We don't have the same Game Boy Advance. Mine has a backlight and stuff. And can get to be loud as hell, too. Hi, Penny. Welcome back. It's all yours, Inspector. I have a GBA SP. I've never had an SP. I would like one. No, I built this Game Boy Advance. I've shown this Game Boy Advance off so many times now. I've built this Game Boy Advance. It has a IPS LCD screen inside of it. It has an audio amplifier inside of it, which makes this thing so much louder than it was. It has got a USB-C battery inside of it, so I can charge it through USB-C, which I have filed out a little hole to charge it in the battery cover. So this thing is absolutely a beast. But I'm very, very happy with the battery, though. Nope, I got the Switch Joy-Cons that are like the old school see-through. Oh, like the Atomic Purple. Yeah, the Atomic Purple's good. It's nice. Mexican. Grr. Yes, but they are black. Oh, so it's not Atomic Purple. It's just like a smoke color. I think that's what they call these see-through, like the see-through black. It's smoke. And so we handed Mr. McGilded's disc over to Inspector Gregson, and were summarily turfed out of the shop and onto the street. Oh, sorry. The GBC I have is Atomic Purple. To be continued. Well, you know what? I'm actually going to stop the game here, and we're actually just going to hang out for a bit. Because I don't think I've had a stream. No. Options. Nope. Exit game. Yep, we'll save. Yep. There we go. So we're just gonna hang out for a bit, and I'm gonna put Vixen over here because why not? If you have never noticed, hey Google, light's white. If you haven't noticed, I have a bunch of Game Boys right there. There's the old school Fat Boy Game Boy. There's a Game Boy Pocket that I've rebuilt. A Game Boy Color with an IPS display screen inside of it. Oh, you know what? Hold on. This one. And yes, I'm just wearing shorts. It's fine. Is it probably like this color, by chance? Like a smoky, like see-through black. This one's not very see-through on the front. You can see it if you look, but it's very... I mean, it's not super noticeable. You can definitely see the batteries through it. Okay, yeah. So, see, I know. I have... I'm so sorry. My legs. Then I got this bluish purple one. It looks more blue on screen. And then there's the Pokemon one, and then there's the knockoff Game Boy that I have over there. Hey Google, lights blue. I'll save putting that back for later. What did I just do? Oh, I just did. Alright. Is the Soldier Boy? No. No, I would never shell out that much money. It's my legs again. Yeah. No, I bought this at Lexington Comic-Con for $20. It is just this knockoff looking Game Boy looking thing. It's cheap plastic. Like, quite literally, the battery inside of it is just like a phone battery that like goes to like a Motorola or something. And it has the most annoying music you've ever heard. Can I turn it up? Where's the volume knob? There it is. No, it's not. Where's the volume knob? And the thing glows in the back. What did I do? Oh no, I turned it on Chinese. Oh no. I can't read that. English. There's no music for the English version. But like, yeah, look like the one from Walgreens. Look at this thing. It glows. The screen is making the back glow. Hey Google, lights off. It glows. Look at this thing. This thing is horrible. Like, it just glows. The whole top half of it just glows. Oh my god, what games does it play? I don't know if I have the cord for this thing. Apparently it's got like an audio-video cord that you can plug it into a TV, which means I could probably play this thing on stream if I had the right equipment for it. Is it one of those handhelds that cost like $5 on AliExpress? Probably. It's one of those 401 games. Like I can literally sit here and play like this rip of Super Mario if I wanted to, and it just, like, some of the games play okay, but I mean, let's call a spade here. They found a bunch of ROMs and they dumped it onto a memory card and called it a Game Boy. And they're not even good ROMs. Like, they're not even good. There's literally a game on here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Like, look. It says Mario 14. What is Mario 14? You want to see what Mario 14 is? If I can get the thing to go over to it. It's not even Mario. It's literally another game that they put Mario's face on. Like, it's awful. Where is it? What is this? They slapped Mario's face onto this weird other character. Like, why? Why would you ever? Like, why would you ever? I don't know what I'm doing. Especially just looking at the screen. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, it's not a Mario game. Like, and not at all. Also, I need to fix the camera now because the camera has lost focus since staring at that. There. And there. Okay, we're back. Hey Google, lights blue. Also, hi Anna. Welcome to the weird Game Boy stream. Oh my god, we need a stream of these games. I don't know. I don't know what games I could play on that thing that Nintendo would allow. Either way, that is a whole nother game with Mario's face just slapped on top of it. Like, it's horribly encoded in there too. Like, during some of the movements, when you're playing that game, the face disappears and you see the actual character's face on what it's supposed to be. And it doesn't move properly the way that it's supposed to when you're playing. It's so weird. And yes, I'm just chilling here with Vixen in the corner. Because Anna, you might approve of this. A good friend of mine, Vixen, all week today, because she reached her goal of $600 that she was trying to raise on Sunday, agreed to wear a cat-made outfit the entire week of streaming. And this is what she's wearing down in the corner there. She doesn't normally look like that, just so you know. This is far more cutesy than she's ever been. She is literally glowing in the corner down there. What does it output? RCA. Yes, absolutely does. It came with this weird input jack that I don't know. I can't see that it's even... Hold on, let me turn the lights on. Ah, that's much better. Yeah, I guess I can kind of see some contacts in there to where it might make a connection, but I don't know. I don't get it. It has an RCA jack thing that it came with. Stop, I can only get so... Their channel is Vixen of the Sun. I have a specific command for Vixen. Vixen.
Biscuits!
Ah, yes, biscuits. There you go. I don't have a command for Anna yet, because I don't have a sound clip for Anna. But also, I might as well, while you're here, give you a nice little shout out. Go check out Anna. Anna streams sometimes. Even though Anna, and I feel Anna's pain, because even though Anna streams, sometimes it streams like a bad PS1 game, where the quality's kind of shit, because their internet sucks just like mine. Doki has been streaming for 3 hours, 8 minutes. You're right. You're right. And yes, I know my internet is much better now, but sometimes it's absolute garbage, and it was even worse than yours before. You should check out your stream. Penny, you don't stream, do you? Do you stream? What was that roast, bro? Hey, listen. Yes, I roasted Anna a little bit, but I roasted myself in the process. It's okay. I broke out the Genshin lock. Oh, you broke out of the Genshin lock. Yeah, you were streaming for Genshin for a good while there. But now you're doing what everybody else is doing now and playing Elden Ring. You didn't break out of the Genshin lock. You jumped on the pack where everybody else is. No, but I have to pee? Ah, that kind of stream. No, nobody go check out Penny's stream. Nobody, I would not recommend it. Will not recommend. Yeah, me and him have shitty internet. You right. You right. Because if I do anything else... Oh my god, I've already at some point dropped 1,317 frames within the past hour. I don't know where that came from. But hey, it happened. Yeah, Doki almost has daily. I'm working on it, sort of. Dial-up? Oh, I have dial-up. Almost has dial-up. Listen, when I'm streaming, that's all my internet. That's all my internet, period. I have Just enough. Anything else? I only got a 2 megabyte. You know what? Let's look. Let's look. We're gonna look. We're gonna look at speed test. Let's look at speed test, shall we? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh no, the frames are dropping. Oh no. My frames are dropping. My stream is lagging. Make sure you up so that there's no update before Sunday. You right? You right? But there you go. 16 down, 2 up. But I like Genshin. You're allowed to like Genshin. There's nothing wrong with that. But Anna's been streaming Genshin for a while now. I try and stream things, you know. Hey, there's Anna in Vixen's stream. Love it. Love it. Vixen also just reached 1,000 viewers. Or followers. Viewers. Vixen wouldn't know what to do with 1,000 viewers, let's be honest. People would be sending her biddies and subbies and she'd just be sitting there crying, go. I can barely hear you, sorry. Am I too loud? Am I too loud? Or is she too quiet? Is she being too quiet?
Okay, I've clicked a couple of them.
She's kind of quiet. She's kind of. But I think her game's louder than her. Yeah. But yeah, no, Vix just recently passed 1,000 followers, and that's cool. Her audio's messed up. Yeah, I know. I have her stream right up here. I'm watching. I'm modding. I'm being a good mod. I deserve a raise. Like her mic is lower than the game volume. Turn up your shit. What is she gonna say? Be saying turn up your shit. Oh my god, that dono on Sunday broke her. Yeah. Yeah, it did.
Is my shit too quiet? Holy shit, hold on.
Turn up
Is
your...
that better? Hold on.
Yes.
Bobby, I didn't realize I was so quiet. Goddamn,
Yes.
I'll turn everybody up. Why didn't y'all say anything? I've been streaming for like an hour and 5 minutes. Y'all just not telling me.
Because I'm in the PC with you and I have stream muted.
Because I'm paying my
Don't
own.
let me down. How dare you?
Sorry, Captain.
Well, I'm modding yours.
The last time.
Time to commit seppuku.
Your boot. Your butt.
Yeah, alright, hold on.
I don't know why I almost wrote boot. Your boot?
See, y'all don't understand. I got the dark.
Wait, you're getting paid? No. I am not.
Paying attention to my own stream while modding yours.
How dare. No, I do not get paid. It's not a paid position. I just like Vixen's stream and I like to help out. Because we friends. I mod for Naira. I mod for Vixen. I mod for Tony. I mod for Anna. I mod for Cafe Sparrow. I mod for a couple couple streams. And they're all voluntary.
What? Oh, I threw it.
This is not a cutesy game, Vix. What are you doing? Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, no. Believe me, if modding for streamers was a job, I'm an editor on your stream. Yeah, see? See, if modding for streamers was a paid position, Oof. Like, if that was a paid position, then I wouldn't be working a real life job if that were the case. And me, congrats, you're hired. Bean, if you mod me, I'll do my job. That's the thing. Like, if I'm in your stream and I'm a mod and shit goes down, I'm gonna handle it. You can ask Anna. Anna was getting like those freaking hate raids and stuff, and I'm like, listen, I got you. I went into the settings and I just put a whole bunch of like words that are commonly like used for like get more followers, that bullshit, and I immediately just put those all in banned words. Like, every iteration of anything close to that, I'm just like, that's a banned phrase? That's a banned phrase? I did that to Nyra's as well. I'm like, listen, fuck those bots. If I'm streaming, I'd be causing most of the shit. Listen, if you're streaming and you cause your own shit, that's your prerogative. You're able to cause shit in your own stream. I got hate raids too, but I started using Seribot. Seribot? Never heard of it. I have never heard of that. I don't know.
What the fuck?
Oh, the fuck. Oh yeah. Let me play that. Let me play the clip. Give me fuel. Give me fire. Where's the clip? Hold on. I'm gonna play the clip.
We're proud of our friends in here, okay?
No.
They committed
Where
murder
be the
for
clip? Where be the clip? Oh, I could have just run into her game chat and just went and turned up yo shit. We're gonna play this because this is what happened on Sunday's stream for Vixen. You go ahead and just mute her again. We're gonna watch this real quick. Pause. No. So this happened. There's a clip of what happened on Saturday or Sunday for Vixen's stream when she got that massive donation from one of her friends. She was about 30, you can see it up top, 31.66% of her goal to get that statue, which is like $600. So she was far away, and she had 24 minutes left of a 12-hour stream, which I was a part of that entire damn time. I don't know how I stayed there for 12 hours, but I did. I don't know how she stayed there for 12 hours. But here's what happened.
Jay Anonymous donated $405.99 for Lilith's statue.
What?
Get the damn statue. Love you, Skyla and Logan.
What? Well, I'll go ahead and say it for her while she's having her panic attack. Thank you, Skyla and Logan. She is overjoyed. And will probably be making these noises for the next 23 minutes and 24 seconds.
Jay Anonymous donated.
She legit made those noises, just the squealing and, you know, the those noises, for probably like another 10 minutes before taking a long BRB to unbreak herself. She literally made those noises, went on BRB. I was on Discord with her, and like she was muted, and she deafened because she just was gone. She just was gone. And did not come back for probably another 10 minutes before finally learning how to be able to use words again. Because I was just like, damn. Yeah, normally if you give her any amount of biddies or subs or whatever, she'll freak out and cry and say, you don't have to do that, don't do that, don't give me anything. When something like that happens, done. Vixen.exe has stopped working. Vixen.exe has crashed at that point. Oh, God. Why are you looking at my wallpaper? There you go. Now you can see me. Then again, why are you looking at me? I don't know which one's better, the wallpaper or looking at me. Oh, this ugly mug. Alright, you know, I think it's a good time to go raid someone. I've been sitting here watching Vixen this entire time, so I feel like it's only right that I should raid her. Ooh, skin Vix unlocked. Yeah, basically. Unless there's somebody on that I haven't raided before that would deserve it more. Bro, I feel bad because I'm very bad at showing my excitement, so even when somebody gives me $140, I was like, hey, thanks, bro, I appreciate that. It means a lot. Thank you. And pretty left it there. Listen, I would probably do that at much less than $140 because I don't expect anybody to do that. Will I cry? No. I won't cry because I'm very much emotionless when it comes to a lot of things. Will I sit here and say I appreciate it or I appreciate you like 100,000 times? Probably. Because as Raider found out earlier, even if you get joy out of watching me for some reason, I greatly appreciate even that. Because the fact that I could, just by hanging out and just by chilling out or playing games or whatever, if I'm somehow making your day or somehow getting enjoyment or joy out of watching me doing whatever the fuck I'm doing, that's cool as hell to me. Like, that's just as good as getting a donation or a biddy or a sub. Like, that's cool as hell. Because if I'm able to make anybody happy, that's a good payment right there, honestly. If I can make somebody smile or make somebody happy, or if anybody just enjoys chilling out and watching me or whatever, I love that. That's cool. That is cool to me, and I appreciate it. Very much so. Okay. Now I'm going to stop saying I appreciate it and stop being sappy and whatnot. And let's go raid, let's go raid the cat maid. Cat maid raid? No, that's when she raids somebody. We'll raid the cat maid. So, enjoy watching Vixen. I am going to take off for the night and probably go get some chicken or something. Eat some food. Drink some soda. And I'll be over there at Vixen's chat as well. And again, I can't say it enough. I appreciate you all for being here, and I'll say it at the end of every stream. I don't care. Like, I appreciate every single one of you that comes in here. Like, I really do. Like Anna, Bean, Naira, Penny, Raider, Cow, Vixen whenever she comes in for a raid and then leaves. Like, all of you. All y'all. Appreciate you. So you have a good night, Raider. I will see you all probably tomorrow. But I'll also see you all on Vixen's stream. So, go give Cat Maid Vixen some love. And I will see you all when I decide to stream next, which is hopefully tomorrow. Because I didn't stream on Sunday. So I'm probably going to stream all week because I already took 2 days off, and I don't like taking more than 2 days off in a week. I don't like it. Bye-bye.